podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost his leg. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like, I'm not cool with losing.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer, so I gotta beat it out of him.
Shakur, of course he the truth. Teofimo not messing with him. I don't think Tank messing with him. Gary Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day, I'm gonna say yes, and truthfully really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we spar? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to.
Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Now, this news we're going to be discussing today, this afternoon, is something that broke earlier today. We had been waiting on this situation, and it was marinating. We didn't know whether or not Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin were going to be headed to purse bid, and we wouldn't get this fight. But it looks like Shakur Stevenson has found himself an opponent. Frank Martin has accepted the offer, and both parties do not need to go into this purse bid situation, which is a good thing. Because us as fight fans, we can start getting ready. That's it. We can start picking who's going to win, how is that victory going to come, and what's next for the victor, right? What's next for the person that gets the victory? What could we expect? So this is what we're talking about. Now, it did change from the rumored news that I had told you guys. Obviously, they're still sticking with that November 16th date, but there is a new date in play. And that is in New York now. So, this was a Las Vegas only event for November 16th for that F1 weekend. And all that is being reported by Dan Rayfield and ESPN. But they've also added the December 9th date, saying that it could happen on December 9th in New York City, Madison Square Garden. For their case, for their sake, rather, I would hope it happens here in Las Vegas. New York just has too much taxes. They're going to lose a bunch of money on their purse. It's not like New York is, a better location for ticket sales. But then again, it is because, Shakur's fan base doesn't have to travel too far. New York City isn't far from Newark, New Jersey, and from his, old place of Virginia, so it makes sense to try and bring it to New York City, but you want to get some Las Vegas fights under your belt. You want to be able to headline and draw in Las Vegas, not just in your hometown. And that's a reason that Tank is a big commodity, because he can draw numerous locations, right? So that makes him a big commodity. He can sell tickets in the West. He can sell tickets in the East. And the man can sell tickets in Atlanta. Not to say that's not considered the East, but it just doesn't matter where you put Tank. He's selling out. And that's great. That's great. So again, New York City coming out as an option is a little left field, as at this point, I'm pretty sure Shakur wants to continue to build himself into a superstar name. And Floyd Mayweather never fought in New York City, and he kept it clean and short. It was for tax reasons. Now we have seen Canelo go there once or twice, and AJ, but it's not really been a common location for big fights outside of the Barclays Center, right? But once again, this is what we're talking about. We're also supposed to have welterweight Giovanni Santillan on the show. And we even might get a second interview, or none at all, with Giovanni Santillan, right? Because I need Danny to translate. He's MIA. And I reached out to Santillan, who has yet to respond back. But, he could have been working out, could have been taking a nap. Hopefully he gets to that before the scheduled time and we get to interview him, because he's got a good welterweight fight with Jamal James, I believe. Right? No, actually, Alexis Rocha, excuse me. Jamal James is on my mind because I'm trying to get him on the show as well. Another welterweight over there with PBC. And, yeah, man, this is what we're talking about for anybody that wants to call in while we do wait on our two guests. We're talking Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin coming to an agreement, man. Coming to terms without going to purse bid. That means that, Shakur and Top Rank sent over a decent offer for Frank. What was interesting to me is that instead of Earl being the one that negotiated on behalf of Frank, he had Tom Brown negotiating on behalf of Man Down Promotions and TGB Promotions, which pretty lame. I ain't gonna front, pretty lame. I thought by now maybe Earl was operating in a real Man Down Promotions type of way. But this is the story here by our good friend Dan Rayfield. And as you can see, it says Moretti negotiated that fight with TGB Promotions president Tom Brown. Now, for those that don't know Tom Brown, you do know him. He's the guy that Crawford kind of embarrassed on stage when they were doing the press conference for the Porter fight. He's like, oh, so you're admitting that you guys are the reason that we didn't ever negotiate, right? So he was there representing Martin. So, again, Man Down Promotions doesn't have a president or an operating CEO from the looks of it, or maybe, they just called on Tom Brown to do this one for them. But it definitely wasn't Spence that negotiated this fight on behalf of his fighter, Frank Martin. But, and I quote, "We're delighted to reach an agreement with Tom and PBC on this fight," Moretti said. "It's a great fight between two terrific fighters, both with extremely high level of skill here." So we shall be seeing this fight. Phone lines are open. I see Trey in Omaha available. Oh, let me go out to you. Trey, you there? Say again?
Listen to me. This was not a smart move by Frank Martin.
Why not?
Am I lying?
So you say
because
you want people to take the fight, then when they take the fight, you tell them they're not smart for taking the fight. I mean, you can't please a boxing fan.
No. You're right. That is what I'm saying. But this is what I want to say though. I would have rather seen Frank Martin win a different belt and then him and Shakur have a unification bout. Because that just gives you a little bit more.
Yeah, but that just prolongs the fight too, though. You want him to go get his own belt, then you want them to unify. Then it's gonna be harder to negotiate. Now we got both belts. Now he think he a draw, and he think he a draw, and man, listen.
Yeah, no, you right, you right. I'm gonna just put it to you like this. I'm just glad that my boy ain't getting ducked no more. I'm glad that my boy got a fight. I just feel as though Frank Martin
Trey, you
should
got to
have went a
stop
different route.
this. You got to stop this because you're going to become a professional, and I don't want them people tainting your brain, all right? You can't say you're being ducked if you're not accepting an offer. Don't grow up that way.
So I mean, if I'm Frank Martin, I would have took that fight too, though. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. If I was in his shoes right now and they told me, "Hey, this is what we gonna offer you for Shakur," yeah, I'm fighting him. Just because, like, it's money. I know I'm about to win. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, and I really believe in myself. So, yeah, I mean, I would have took the fight too. But I'm just saying, like, from a political standpoint, like from a just an opinion, I feel like Frank should have won a different belt and then seen Shakur. But hey,
he run into
it's
the
cool.
smoke.
I guess it's time, man.
He run into
it's
the
fight time
smoke.
for Shakur. I'm actually excited that Shakur not fighting a Yoshino kind of guy or a, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is actually somebody who somewhat has a name. To me, I'm saying somewhat, but to y'all might feel as though Frank Martin is a name.
Nah, he got a name.
I feel like
he's
not one of those top kings that, you know, I'm not. He's just not a. He's not a Shakur or a Dev or a Tank. So that's my call. That's how I feel about it. Hey, before I go, I still want to say shout out TBV. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all show love. And yeah, it's your boy Trey hollering at y'all. I'm out though.
Let's go, Trey. Appreciate you as always. I'm feeling like Frank is known. This is ESPN posting this. If you're watching us on YouTube.com, pay attention. As you can see, you got Big Bro with Lil Bro both ways. Earl Spence with Frank Martin, Terrence Crawford with Shakur. What does ESPN say? The rivalry keeps going. Hashtag Shakur. Excuse me, hashtag Stevenson Martin. So people know, and for those that don't know, ESPN is helping associate Frank with Earl, the Big Fish, even more, helping associate it that these are both little bros of the big bros, and they gonna have their own big fight. So yeah, I don't think Frank should have waited. I mean, listen, Shakur gets a belt, then he's gonna say, yo, I'm a champ and a draw. I'm a champ and I sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm a champ and I've been a champ and I've been selling tickets. I mean, you just got to jump on it right now. But I am excited for the fight, man. I am excited. But who wins? We know who Trey picking. We know Trey picking Newark, New Jersey's own Shakur Stevenson because of his alliance with Omaha's own Terrence Crawford. I got Majid, Newark, New Jersey. Who you got?
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Oh shit, everybody like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Yes, sir. You know that's that 973 shit. Yeah, man. Shit, I don't even know. Like, I guess man down promotion is about to be some men down. You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol Spence, he ain't looking too sharp right now. And then they giving us a dub on this one. That boy started boxing late too. Oh
So Cole getting a
man.
stoppage? Cole getting a stoppage? Is Cole getting a stoppage then?
If he get a stoppage, man, I'ma say he gonna have that boy out of there by 10, 11 rounds and shit. Cause it's gonna get to a point where Frank Martin just ain't gonna have shit to offer. You know, they practice on the basics over there. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna get some advanced shit right now. You know what? The number two in the boxing game when it come to defense. You know the best defense. He number two. The only one over him is Bivol. Like they fucked up this fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Frank Martin gonna get a good little penny in his pocket and shit, but that shit coming with an L. You know what I'm saying? So that man down promotion is about to turn to men down. You know, like I told them last week, if y'all want to motherfucking start winning bets, put that money on Shakur, man, cause it's over. It's over. Huh? That ain't food. That ain't food. It's box of Frank Martin, the food, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ness, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I don't fucking know. They fucked up. They made this fight. I don't know why. But shit, Frank Martin about to have his first
You know
L.
why?
He fucking that last fight, he struggled like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he had to bring the dog out to even get that victory or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit not about to happen this fight. So they already seen that boy against a boxer and seen him look, you know what I'm saying, like basic or whatever, and had the motherfucking go stupid hard or whatever they're doing. And shout out to him for doing what you're supposed to do. But against the number two dude with the number two defense in his boxing, man, that's gonna be the first good name on the 135 resume. So I'd like to say thank you to Errol Spence and Frank Martin and shit. You probably should have fought Keyshawn, even though I got Keyshawn beating him too. But yes, sir, let's go. Shout out to Jersey. Everybody throw that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 973. Shout out to you, Ness. And you know, let's go, motherfuckers. We there. All right, I'm out.
Let's go. Jay's fight party. Let's go.
Yo, no, you hear me?
Let's go! Let's go!
Yes, sir.
Let's go! I'm ready!
I don't feel like that Frank Martin took the fight too soon. I feel like Frank Martin don't have that much time to waste. You get me?
I hear
Like he older than Shakur and them boys. Like you get me? So if anything, Frank need that fight now. He need a name on his resume. He might not win it, but he need to get that big fight so people get to know him because he older. But look, I got a question though. What belt they fighting for? The WBC silver?
Nah, the real
Or the real belt?
the real one. Devin is now champion in emeritus status.
Oh wow.
Yeah, champion in recess,
All right.
which means if he decides to come back, he'll get an immediate shot at the current WBC champion. And
You think he'll do that though? You think he's gonna come back?
He still got the other 4 belts, right? He still got the ring. He still got the WBO, WBA, and the IBF.
That's tough though. But I do think it's gonna be a better fight than everybody think. Everybody think Frank Martin gonna get smoked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think it's gonna be Shakur's toughest fight to date. To be honest with you, this probably be the first time we see Shakur go through some adversity in the ring. You feel me? So it's not what you think. And then another thing before I go, I don't like how everybody talk about Errol Spence now. You feel me? That he took a L. Now everybody talk about Earl like he a bum or something. Like this is the same dude who wiped out the division to make that undisputed fight happen. So it's like you gotta put more respect on Earl's name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Definitely understand that.
That's my call for today's fight party. You know, keep doing your thing, Ness. Appreciate your platform. I mean, best of luck with it. Good job, bro.
Appreciate you, Jay. Thank you. And keep them fight parties going, baby. Jay's fight party. We got James Benitez. What up?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yo, man, I kind of wish it was going to be on December the 9th, man, so it could actually help the Bud and Spence sell more pay-per-view buys and everything like that. But it's about time for both of these guys to find their own lane and enter their own realm of stardom. I mean, Frank, man, Frank. Even though I kind of feel Shakur probably is going to win this fight, man, I don't think people should get it twisted and shit, man. Frank ain't no light touch, man. I mean, Frank punched from good angles. Frank moves well. Shit, hell, if I ain't mistaken, Frank does go to work the body well. One thing that Shakur did actually get hurt in the fight by Valdez, by a body shot. With that being said, if Frank works the body well and everything like that and gets his shit off, he might upset the apple cart and everything and beat the silver medalist Shakur. Hopefully, it could be an upset. I'm rooting for the underdog story, but Shakur probably going to win it. All that said, man, Ness, man, I'm glad that you actually just running it back with this show because it's a good topic, man. All these casuals know. And before I get off this call, you know damn well Devin ain't coming back down to 135 to fuck with either one of these niggas.
I don't know, man.
You know that for.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
Bruh, Devin.
Come on, man.
I was having this conversation with Danny, and I know his father and him ain't gonna like it, but Devin spends a lot of money. If you watch that interview, he got like $500,000 watches, brother. And if you just got to add up his purses, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's spending way too much money. So those fights, he gonna have to take them because he just bought like what, a $600,000 Lamborghini? Like, listen, bro, you gonna have to fight.
I know Devin got other shit going on. I mean, Devin always seems smart. I think the first interview you did with him on TVV didn't he start his own Devin Haney Foundation or something like that?
He got a lot
his
of
own
shit
charity?
going. He got a lot of shit going on.
So I know he got a lot of shit going on.
But he got a lot of jewelry, and that's a lot of money. And he got a lot of watches. He learned from Floyd. I see it, bro. I've been doing this so long, I can see it. Like Floyd used to talk about watches and how they don't depreciate. Now Devin got a shitload of watches. I'm just saying, I'm sure he gonna take big fights because he's spending big bank out here, man. I mean, you could look at the man.
Devin 24. He ain't finna fuck up the money this early in his
I'm
career.
not saying
I
ain't saying nothing about fuck up money. I'm saying he's spending big money, so he gonna have to.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Well, I hear you, but I'm just saying he's spending big money. He gonna have to take them fights.
That is it. They are waving it off.
Damn, Dev got 2.5 mil. I mean, look at this Lambo. I mean, this ain't cheap. You feel me? Then look at the watch right there. That's just $1 million in the picture. Just the watch and the car. You know what I'm saying? That's over $1 million. I'm just trying to tell you, like, you feel me? And we ain't even including what he got? 6, 3, 4, 5 choker chains on with fucking each link is a diamond. Like, listen, these dudes is living different type of lives. They gonna need them big fights. Like, he could go up, get the bag with He could go up, get the bag with Regis, couple mil there. Then see what Bob and them is offering for Undisputed with the winner of, or whoever is the winner of, Same thing with PBC. Like, if Frank get that belt, maybe PBC's a little bit more inclined. Maybe all of a sudden they try to wait Devin out. They do Frank Tank and then offer Devin the fight when he's out the division even longer, further away from being able to make weight. This is chess, man. Ain't nobody out here to help you get the win. They out here to help themselves get the win. But we did make contact with Giovanni Santillan. Let me go ahead and send him this link and have him jump on here, talk some boxing with us. And we're going to get that story. I never interviewed him. I have been watching his fights for a while. But I want to get his story. I bet you he's like a declarated amateur. He gives me Vanez Martirosyan vibes. Like he's been in there with a bunch of good amateurs, and they just, taking their time with him. Oh, shit. Sorry for the dead air, just texting him to jump on when he's ready. And I'm going to go to Stay Wavy TV in the meantime, in between time. You go ahead and smash that thumbs up for another second show. Wavy.
My boy.
What's good?
Talking about Devin Haney won't come back down to 135. Nigga, you forgot, nigga? Devin Haney, the big dog at 135, nigga. The youngest undisputed champion in the game, man. What you talking about, man? You forgot your boy Shakur Tupac Stevenson ducked that 25%.
That wasn't me.
All you listen, man. Hey, I'm talking about the last caller. That's all these whole ass niggas, man, that love Shakur Stevenson. Who has Shakur Stevenson fought? Who?
Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring.
A PED user Oscar Valdez, the one that got caught using PEDs before he fought Shakur, that one?
Yeah.
A washed up Jamal Herring? The one that was almost 40, that one? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be real, man. He ain't fought nobody, man. Y'all niggas like Shakur because of Terrence
Bruh,
Crawford,
how you gonna
and y'all
call
gonna find
Jamel
out.
Herring? How you gonna call Jamel Herring a nobody? Like, he literally is a somebody. But that's my guess. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you. That's my guess. Nah, he wasn't washed up. I mean, you know, he wasn't. He had a run. There wasn't no losses up until that time. He was a champ at the time. But it looks like we got our first guest, Giovanni. I've been butchering your last name. Is it Santillan or Santillan?
Santillan. Yeah, the first one.
Santillan. Okay. So how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well, man. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna sound like a casual. I have been watching your fights, but I want to get the whole backstory. So, nationality. What's your nationality?
Mexican, 100%.
Okay. Were you born here or over there?
Yeah, but born and raised here in San
Born
Diego.
and raised.
Yeah, born and raised
San
right here.
Diego. Okay. So I wanted to get you on. Obviously, you
Yeah.
got a big fight with Alexis Rocha, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
It sounds. You might be in a bad service area. I don't know if you can move closer to the Wi-Fi or maybe closer to the house. I see that you're outside. I mean, it looks great, but you're freezing slightly.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly. But what got you into boxing, man? Giovanni, you there? Oh shit, he froze up. Yeah, he's got bad service over there. Damn. Let's see what happens. So, born and raised in San Diego, definitely Mexicano.
Okay.
Right,
Now I can see.
So I was asking, what got you into the sport?
Oh man, I mean, I'm 31 now, but I started boxing when I was 8 years old, and my dad took my brother and I to the gym back when I was 8. My brother he's like 15 months younger. He was about 7, I think, at that time. And yeah, ever since then, just stuck with it, man. My dad and I just found a passion for it and stuck with it.
Anybody that we might know that you faced in the amateurs and you're on your way up?
Yeah, I mean, man, a bunch of guys, man. But I mean, right off the top of my head, I remember I fought. I think when I was like 12 years old, Hugo Centeno. You know, he's a middleweight now.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hugo. Oh, he dropped off. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, there we go. Hugo Centeno. I can't think of other guys, man, off the top of my head, but there's some guys, yeah, for sure. And you know, along the years, people fall off, man, and you know, I've gone this far just from sticking with it and keep grinding and working hard. And over the years, there was a lot of guys that I saw in the amateurs and tournaments that were really good fighters, and they just don't stick with it, or stuff happens in life, I guess.
Are you officially with Top Rank, or are you just with Split T and David McWaters?
We're with Top Rank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was a purse bid situation, or you guys came to an agreement? Because this is Golden Boy versus Top Rank with Alexis Rocha and yourself.
I'm not sure of all the details, but I think they just came to an agreement. I think it was a pretty easy fight to make. As soon as you know, my manager just asked me, because another name that was being thrown around was Josh Taylor. You know, and I told him, "Oh, I'll fight that guy. You know, I want that fight." And you know, because they're thinking about moving up to 147 pounds. And,
You're gonna have to put on Do Not Disturb.
yeah, it's a call. I keep getting.
Do Not Disturb so you don't get the calls. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, after I got off the phone with my manager, you know, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, Alexis Rocha is another name that I'm very interested in. If we could make that fight happen, I'd love to take that one on too." And about a week later, he hit me up and told me that that's a fight that we're gonna get. they said it's gonna happen.
Wow, must be nice. Has it been that way all your career? Like, hey, I want this guy and they're able to get it? Or has this been the first time you ask for someone and they actually get the person you want?
That's the first time. To be honest, I've never been the type of guy to call people out, but I'm at that point now, man. I want those big fights now, and there's a lot of movement happening. It seems like in the welterweight division, so it just seemed like the right time. Like I'm trying to make those call outs now, and so I'm glad that I did that, and we're getting this opportunity.
Now, what's your thoughts on Mr. Rocha? Because he's no slouch. I mean, he did lose to Rashidi Ellis, Speedy Ellis, who's very fast, but he holds a knockout win over Blair the Flair Cobbs and Anthony Juice Young. And he's been on, putting together a good amount of knockouts throughout his career.
No, I think he's a good fighter. A younger guy than myself. Definitely, like you said, he's had those good performances, but I feel very confident in myself and what I can do. And I think when I get these types of challenges, I just get, I don't know, a different type of excitement and motivation, And so I'm ready, man. I'm excited to get this fight and showcase, what I can do.
So, who's your trainer?
We're training with Robert Garcia, and I still have my dad alongside too, but with Robert Garcia up in Riverside.
And how's that been? Because I know Robert can get busy. He gets pulled in a lot of different directions. He's got to travel a lot of different places. Has fights every weekend. Do you feel you're getting the attention you need, and you will be ready for this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. Right there at Robert's gym, everybody's working hard, and Robert's always busy, but that's a good thing. All the good fighters want to be there, so I have a lot of good quality sparring. And so we're happy to be there for sure.
Now, this is Southpaw versus Southpaw, correct? Because I believe Rocha is Southpaw.
Yeah. But, I feel comfortable with Southpaws. Being at Robert's gym, I've been able to spar with a lot of Southpaws, pretty frequently. And even, throughout the year, even if I don't have a fight coming up, I'm working with righties, I'm working with Southpaws. And I think that's been a really good thing for me because, you never know when you get an opportunity like this. And, so I'm confident about it.
So I should assume that you're with Robert Garcia, so you're always in shape. Like, I don't know a Robert Garcia fighter that gassed out. I mean, maybe Ramirez, maybe in that Zepeda fight, which I don't even think that's true. I really doubt that people in his camp have not been in top conditioning. Can we assume the same for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody there, we're all working hard. And I think it shows, like you said, you never see that happen just from how hard we're all working and pushing each other.
Now, this is going to be a Golden Boy promoted fight. Do you feel Top Rank is sending you to the enemy territory because they believe you can come back with the win?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of like that. I feel like it lights a fire in me to know that I got to go over there and really show them something. That's his promotion, so I know it has to be a very decisive victory, and that just gets me going. So I think it's a good thing for me to take a fight like this and to show everybody it exactly.
In terms of neutral judges and referees, do you just let Top Rank handle that and train, or is that a concern and something that you brought up to your team since it's going to be a Golden Boy Promotions?
No, to be honest, it's not something I've been thinking about much. I just right now all I'm focused on is my training and making sure we're coming up with the right game plan. Making sure I'm ready, getting good sparring. But those details they do matter. But I believe that as long as I show and I'm very decisive in this victory, that it won't matter at the end of the day. I think that I'm going to show that in this fight.
Now, obviously, Top Rank had Terrence Crawford, who holds one of the biggest wins in the welterweight division. Does that bother you at all that they were not able to put him in the position that he's in now, and you're also a welterweight? Or do you think because you're Mexican and you have that Mexican fan base, it wouldn't be the same issue?
I'm not sure if it has to do with all of that. I think I don't know. I think right now with Terrence Crawford maybe possibly moving up to 154, a lot more opportunities are going to happen. Just like this fight, I don't believe it was hard to make once I made the call, the call out. And I think that going forward, first I got to focus on this fight, but going forward, I think we'll be able to make bigger fights like this happen.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm excited for this fight. I believe you guys should put together an all-action affair.
Oh, definitely.
So, who's your second in the corner? Oh, your dad, you said. So it's your dad
My
and Robert. And
yeah, and then man Al Gomez, good friend of mine.
And the good friend of yours is who?
Al Gomez, my cut man.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to make sure that he was the cut man. If not, ask who was gonna be the cut man. So, how much time did you get for this fight in terms of announcement?
So
Like, when did they let you know?
Yeah, so it's been about, I don't know, maybe early in August. I found out that this is a fight that could be made. I fought in July, so right after that, maybe I took like a week and then right back into training. Especially knowing that I could get a fight soon, and then they let me know that this is the fight that would happen probably like 3 weeks ago. But I've been training, I've been sparring, so it wasn't hard to just pick it up and push a little harder in the gym.
I mean, you have plenty of time too. It's officially for October 21st on DAZN, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. I mean, sheesh.
Oh yeah.
You still got almost 2 months, man. So you should be definitely in tip-top shape for sure. What would you say Alexis Rocha does best?
He's I think he fights very well at that mid distance. I think that's where he's comfortable. So, we're studying that and see how we can make him uncomfortable.
Is there any way possible that this fight could end up come October 21st? Do you believe, have you been told that this can possibly be elevated to a vacant title fight? I mean, if Crawford and it's been announced that Earl activated the rematch. If that fight is really happening at 54, he's the number one, and I believe you're the number two, correct?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely up there. I haven't
You're
checked.
number 4, and he's number 1.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible that it can happen for a vacant title, but I guess if you haven't heard that, it's not.
I mean, I've been hearing rumors about it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not the first one to bring it up to me, and yeah, I also believe that could happen. So I think it's a high stakes fight for me for sure.
Added motivation, you think?
Oh, definitely. This is what I've been.
Say again?
This is what I've been training for my whole life.
Absolutely, man. So, who are some of the guys that you look up to, or that you watched tape of, or as you've been working on your career?
I mean, a lot of guys, man. Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, some of my favorite fighters. But Floyd too, and I was part of his camp when he fought Manny Pacquiao back in 2015, and just to be around that and see the work ethic, those are some of the guys that I've always looked up to.
So Floyd brought you in for sparring, or you were just in the camp?
No, for sparring. Yeah, we were there for 7 weeks. We missed that first week. Yeah, I was able to get in there with him 5 times in that whole camp. Because he brings in 5 times. I got to spar with Floyd.
And are there doghouse rules, or did he do 3-minute rounds?
No, we were going like 6-minute rounds.
Jesus.
Probably like 3 minutes at a time. But when I would get in them, I think because of the pressure I would apply, they would lower it from 6 minutes to 4 minutes on the second and third round. So I would keep him busy, and I think that's why they kept me in camp.
Nice. That's outside of his work ethic, what was it that stuck out that you're like, wow, he's doing this, or Floyd does whatever?
Yeah, I mean, outside the work ethic, what I would see is, he'd have good days and bad days in sparring, but it didn't matter. It's almost like it wouldn't set him back. His mindset was always, he's going to win. And he would train just as hard, get out of the ring. He didn't look fazed by it. He would work hard. The next day, show up and improve and do better in the sparring sessions.
Out of all these welterweight names out there, who do you see as your big fight? Because the Earls, the Crawfords, they're moving up, they're gone. What's Santillan's biggest fight? Santillan, Jesus, biggest fight.
Jan, man, there's a lot of names, as you know. Uh, First things first is Alexis Rocha, right? But I think, winning that fight could set me up for bigger fights next year. With Josh Taylor, he might be moving up. That's a fight that could happen. But if that doesn't happen, there's other fighters like Sanyones, there's Ennis too, and those are other big names that I'd love to take on, man. They're all good fighters, but I think they're all opportunities, for me to show greatness.
You get a lot of talk about Virgil and Stanionis and obviously Jerome Boots Ennis. Do you consider that a good thing that you could be, I guess, considered a sleeper, right? You creep up
Yeah,
on somebody and they don't know what's in front of them till it's too late.
that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel.
All right. Well, man, Giovanni, I want to thank you obviously for your time. Those are all our questions. We just wanted to get an update. Definitely, we will have you on before the fight since it's almost 2 months out, and just getting another update on camp. But yeah, man, we wanted to just talk to you a bit because we appreciate this fight. We're glad you took it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you guys, and can't wait to speak to you guys again right before the fight.
Give out any social media for anybody crazy enough not to be following you.
Yeah, just follow me, Giovanni Santillan. If you look me up, you'll just find me. It's just straight Giovanni Santillan on Instagram.
All right, champ. Well, appreciate you, man, and best of luck.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Welterweight Giovanni Santillan. This is gonna be a good fight. I'm excited, man. I'm a hardcore, bro. Like these little fights, I know they're not the Crawfords and the Earl Spencers of the world, but I like Rocha. And then I like Blair Cobbs, and he destroyed Cobbs, so I gotta respect Rocha to the highest level, and I want to see what else he goes on to do. But what we're here to discuss is actually Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin, who have reached an agreement to fight in the lightweight division for that WBC belt, as Devin Haney has been placed in champion in recess status, and Shakur and Frank will fight for that vacant. If Devin decides to come back as champion in recess, he can activate his status to face the winner of this fight. So we'll see how that works out. We're going out back to Stay Wavy TV. What is up?
Ness, we back. You can hear me? I sound clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, like I was saying, bro. To all the Shakur Tupac Stevenson fans out there, man, who was Shakur Stevenson fought? Oscar Valdez, who got caught using PEDs before he fought him. Jamal Herring, who had 2 losses before he fought him. My personal opinion, I think he was washed up when he fought Shakur, and that's still different. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody, man. Y'all say all this about Shakur, and then y'all discredit my man Devin Haney, who has a better resume than Shakur. Then y'all say, who is Devin Haney fought? Oh, the guy who beat Teofimo Lopez and knocked him on the ground, beat him twice in Australia. But let's get off of Devin Haney. Let's stay focused on Shakur Tupac Stevenson. I got my boy Frank Martin exposing and beating Shakur Stevenson either by unanimous decision, split decision, or KO. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Frank pulling it off, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think all y'all gonna realize, man, y'all think because Shakur is so close with Terrence Crawford that Shakur is in the same level as Terrence Crawford. Nah, nigga. Terrence Crawford has proven himself already. Shakur at 135, he fought nobody. Yeah, he did his thing at 130, but now you at a new weight class, and I know y'all say, oh, well, nobody wants to fight him. Well, you could have fought my boy Devin Haney. You got to 25, then you said you wanted 50. When is an undisputed champion or an A-side ever giving somebody more than 25%? You ducked them, bro. You ain't want that smoke. So I got my boy Frank winning. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna see, man. Y'all gonna see. All y'all keep that same energy. Stay Wavy TV is saying it, bro. Frank Martin is gonna beat Shakur Stevenson and expose that nigga. Subscribe to the Boxing Boys. Thumbs up. I'm out. Shout out to Ned. Shout out to Daniel. Let's get it.
All right. Treese Toledo. What up?
Yo.
Yo.
What up, though? What up, though? I'm listening in. I like the interview, per usual. Good shit with the interviews. I like it all. What you say, big, little, small, we interview them all.
All
Fuck with
day.
it. I fuck with it. But on this topic with the Shakur and Frank Martin, man, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Shakur probably gonna take it. I feel like Frank could give him a good fight. I don't know about stoppage, and I don't know. I can see it going to decision. Close fight. I don't know. People talking that 10-2 shit and all that. I don't know. I got to see it with my eyes first. I don't know. But when we get, so what is it, November or is it December? How that's coming?
It's November. Oh, I think homie's on the East Coast. That's why he was calling me at 1, bro. I thought he was just sparring Canelo, man. He supposed to be on West Coast time, but yeah. It's we talking about if we talking about Shakur, we talking November 16th, F1 weekend on a Thursday, and if they don't do that, they said they're taking it to New York December 9th. That'll be whack because December 9th is the rumored Earl Spence date with Bud. Unless they pushing it back, we gonna get Bud on pay-per-view and Core during the day, probably conflict, scheduling time. I don't know. That don't sound too good.
See, if they do it on the 9th, though, why don't they just, man? I know niggas be saying, why don't they? I feel like this is just be. To me, this is ultimate shit. You put it on the undercard of the Earl and Bud, and it's like how ESPN just put up the picture with the big homie, the little homie. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe that's just asking for too much, but that shit would be fly. I feel like. You feel me? It's like what's the term? The passing of the torch type of, you feel me, type of situation. You see what I'm saying? You got the young homies on the undercard. They showing, you feel me? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think that'd be fly. I know people are gonna say Shakur is a star. He should be main eventing his own card and all this other shit. But
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it'll
I
work.
wanted to happen. But since they ain't go to purse bid, that's not gonna happen because the Earl fight. That's PBC. That ain't got nothing to do with Top Rank. They would have had to lose this one, and then they would have put that one on that one. This one on that one rather.
I got you. Well, shit. Well, so on the do we know? Well, all right, on the Shakur and Frank Martin, I don't know nothing about the undercard or nothing yet, but I don't know. I would like to see Jared on that undercard. That'd be fly. You know me, the real big baby, Toledo, Ohio shit. And I know that Shakur and Jared fuck with each other. You feel me? So it's just something to, I think that'd be cool for Jared. A good look, especially on our fourth fight of the year. That'd be fly. I don't know, but shit. That's my call, man. Shout out Toledo, Ohio. Shout out TBV, man. Y'all be cool, man.
All right, bro. Damn, yo, Ennis wildin'. I was trying to get him on. All right. My bad for the for the dead air. Damn, I'm trying to. I was trying to text somebody, but it ain't work. I got a cash app. Who this? Is this a counterpunch from Cliff in Connecticut? What up?
Yo.
What's good?
Yeah, what's wrong with your peoples, man? What's wrong with these niggas calling up here talking about his gun? If one nigga said, what? That Frank gonna win? The other nigga said, close fight. Yo, y'all don't know shit about boxing. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? They not good. Shakur is gonna beat, Shakur gonna fucking whoop this nigga way worse than Devin B's Loma. It ain't even gonna be close. What's wrong with y'all? Come on, man. What we really need to be talking about is what the odds is gonna be. Is it gonna be something we could make some money off of? You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be less than like 500 odds, or is nigga Shakur gonna be up 1,000? Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? And that's, you know, I'm telling the truth too. You know it, cause you know boxing. You know this shit ain't no fucking good fight. Hey, come here, come here. Talking to my dog. Yeah, that shit is dumb. But other than that, man, y'all talking about this like matching them up with his big homie. That'd be dope, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If it did, that'd be pretty dope though. I don't think that's gonna happen. Unlikely.
Yeah,
Why you so quiet? Unless you gonna give me my full, you gonna give me my full call today or quiet? It's not even nothing serious.
nah, that's what I was just letting you talk. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen because they didn't win no purse bid. This is the top ranked promoted fight, so it's pretty much a wrap.
Word. But that's it, man. This anybody else who call up on this show talking about it's gonna be a good fight, you don't know shit about boxing. Just shut the fuck up. That's my call.
I mean, that upsets is upsets. I'm pretty sure somebody picked Buster Douglas. You feel me? So, you know, somebody was out there like you telling him he don't know shit about boxing. Majid counterpunch.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yup.
Yeah, man. Shit, I guess I just was calling for whatever caller that was saying that Frank Martin this and that and the weird shit like y'all think cause he training with Bud and all this weird shit like fuck Bud in this conversation. Fuck Andre Ward, whoever the fuck, all of those people. When we talking skill for skill, ain't no way that these niggas is really sitting here trying to formulate some. I don't even know what to consider this shit. Like y'all know that Shakur about to beat this boy. He about to beat him easy. He taking over 135. He should have took the 25, but he's still taking over the 135. And like they just like Spence just donated a body. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be the only one with that L or some shit because man, listen, y'all know what's about to happen. You could call up here, keep saying whatever the fuck you want, Bud and all that shit. Y'all secretly just fucking hating and speaking on y'all fears or whatever. Bud don't got shit to do with what's about to happen to that boy. You know what I'm saying? Bud had his own path, two-time undisputed, whoever the fuck fill those shoes, like he did do it. But sitting here trying to make it seem like Shakur, people thinking that Shakur great because he with that nigga, he got his own path, so he fuck Bud too. Motherfucking Frank Martin just don't have what it takes to beat this nigga. And if y'all really sitting there thinking of upsets and everything, the only thing that's gonna be upset is if Frank Martin believes it's fight night. They ain't want to win that purse bid because they know it's just gonna be a waste of money and shit or whatever, you know. So shout out to Spence, PBC, Showtime, whoever the fuck donating this body. He about to get bodied or whatever. 10 rounds. He gonna be done, man. He don't got no answer. He got questions that ain't gonna get ain't gonna get no questions answered fight night. He just gonna get results. And that shit gonna be that L, man. So put money on Shakur, even if y'all going with Frank. You know, y'all probably gonna have to put exactly the dollar amount to get something back. But man, y'all boy losing this time, man. Stop playing or whatever, man. Y'all gotta get something better. Y'all better get tanked from that side or something before we start getting nervous. Cause little Frank, he don't even know what it's like to be under these championships. Like, but shit, that's my call next. I might call back. I don't know. We'll see.
I know this shit better not be tight. Y'all Shakur fans is like expecting Shakur to spank. It better be a straight spank. I mean, and it's been that way. He whitewashed Valdez in my opinion. He whitewashed Nakatilia in my opinion. You know, he whitewashed Heron in my opinion. You know, it ain't like he not capable of it. That's for sure. He definitely capable. Um, but if it ain't what y'all saying, that's not gonna look good. so many people feeling some type of way, it's gonna be considered even a tight loss could be considered an upset. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all talking, y'all making it seem like they not on the same level at all. But looks like we got ourselves a new call in the 616. Who's this?
Yo, can you hear me? This Cutman Scar.
This Cutman who?
Cutman Scar.
Cutman Scar. What's good, my brother?
Not much, man. Just wanted to chime in on this lightweight situation. Ness, I kind of just had a question because they fighting for the vacant
You in Michigan,
WBC
champ?
belt. Yeah, I'm from Grand Rapids.
All right, all right. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, they fighting for the vacant that used to be Devs.
All right, so check it out. If Dev come back to 135, it's like a mandatory type situation. Am I right about that?
Yup.
Okay. So let's say Dev come back down and he don't want to be on top rank. What type of situation do that put the fighters in?
It's a purse bid
You know, or
situation. So like
it's
Dev
purse
come
bid.
back down, and because he's not with Top Rank, let's say Top Rank is like, yo, we'll give you XYZ. He could go to Eddie and say, Eddie, this is what they offering me to fight Shakur. What you would offer me to fight Shakur on the zone? And he'd be like, all right, we'll give you 10 million if Bob let Shakur come over here and you do it over here. You know what I'm saying? He could go to skill challenge in Saudi. Look, you know the world really wants Shakur versus me. I gotta sacrifice. What you willing to do for this in Saudi? You know, it's a lot because they was interested in the Loma fight. You know, so it's a lot that could happen, and then there's a lot of nothing that could happen, right? Like we could all assume
Right.
that he gonna come back and it don't, or we could all assume that there be offers to at least contest or compete with a top rank offer, but there may not be. So what if there's only a Shakur Stevenson top rank offer for Devin to fight on ESPN? It's gonna have to be a take it or leave it situation, right? Like he could obviously negotiate, but it would only be one offer from one network. Whereas the latter situation and scenario obviously included him going to different networks and shopping the fight. Because that's what they want to do. They want to shop the fight.
See, with that being said, I don't think Dev coming back down to 35. He might stay at 140. But before they made it for the vacant WBC belt, I thought Dev would come back down because he'll have all the belts to defend. But that's a sticky situation. So as far as the Stevenson and Frank Martin fight, though, I feel like Shakur could just outbox him. You know, some people is saying that Stevenson gonna whitewash him. You know, Frank durable and he got power, so I think it's an interesting fight. I want to say 50-50. You know, probably say 60-40 for Stevenson, but I think it's interesting for sure.
Nah, I hear you, champ. For sure. I can't wait for this one.
That's all I have for you, Ness. Good looking, tapping in with you. I'll be watching all the time. I'll get up with you next time I could.
Appreciate it, man.
Feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Appreciate it. Without y'all, there is no us, man. Fats, what up, though?
Yo.
What up?
Yo, barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert. That boy got hurt to the body by Valdez. Come on, bro. Frank touched that body, bro. Might be good night. Might be good night. He got hurt to the body by Valdez, a C-level fighter. You said, hey Ness, you said a fight between Valdez and Pitbull Cruz is a 50-50 fight. Come on. They on the same. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, because of styles, though. That's why. Because they got them styles where they gonna lock horns. It ain't like one of them is a boxer that could be more intelligent than the other. I feel like that's a machismo or power fight. Like who's stronger? Who got more willpower?
The battle of the C-level fighters. That's the battle of C-level fighters. But I say all that to say, man, you know why I start fucking with Frank a little bit. I like how yo move, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought the Rivera fight, I like the Rivera in that fight and shit, but he showed me something. He can move his feet, he punch on angles, he good on the inside. I'm like, okay, cool. I started paying attention to him, like, you feel what I'm saying? Then they talking about his last fight, like, but they not giving that dude all them credit for what he was doing. You get what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there, man. Some of them dudes don't be know what they talking about. But I fought with Joe. What really won me over was when he was doing that interview with Fight Hub, and Keyshawn was walking by, and he could have just let Keyshawn walk by, like, you know what I mean? He ain't see him, or he yo straight stop the interview. Hey, yo, come here, bro. He straight walk down on yo. Come here, bro. Like, I ain't with all that Twitter finger shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get it on. You feel me? Like, bro, that's what I like about Shorty. Like, even right now, everybody talking, oh, it's easy work. He gonna get smoked. Yo ain't saying nothing. Yo quiet. I'm pretty sure he here like everybody else. But and then you got Shakur Stevenson. They was telling him, yo, Frank Martin called you out, which he was calling him out before the Autumn fight, saying that they was looking to make that fight if it came across the table, and he did. He ain't played no games. That's what I fuck with. Like, yo ain't played no games. Yo said yo wanted that fight, and he took it. You feel me? And then they told Shakur on Twitter, well, Frank Martin called you out. He ain't calling me out. Where y'all see that at? But come on, bro. Like, but you playing games with Haney, bro. Y'all playing games like y'all want to fight each other, or you want to fight him, or whatever going on with that shit. But I'm telling you, bro, I think Frank gonna pull an upset. Frank fuck around, stop Shakur. They thinking it's gonna be one way.
Shit.
They think it's gonna be one way. It's gonna be the other way. You feel what I'm saying? What Marlo say? You think it's one way, but it's the other way. Fuck they talking about, Ness. I'm gonna keep on turning in.
Look, it only took a few days. He done jumped out the window. He was like, nah. He ain't gonna beat him. I just think it's gonna be competitive. Look, now this shit got announced. He already said he might upset him. Damn, Fats. I got Cliff Counterpunch. What up?
Yeah, unless you know that shit crazy. Y'all remember when Marlo was sitting in the cell and he was like, you said my name in the streets? Y'all said my name in the streets? When Omar was looking for him? I know Fats know what he remember that. That's how Shakur be sitting around. That's how Shakur be sitting around, waiting for somebody to give him a fight. He like the A-class boogeyman in that division. You lost your caller of the year. Because you already know that he can't beat. You lost it. That dumbass comment he just said. CT, our boy, he just won his 6th title. Cause you just lost it with that dumb shit. Listen, you seen when Frank had his last fight. He was fighting that dude who had a lot of amateur experience. He gave Frank trouble. So I ain't here to just talk shit. I'm gonna break it down. He gave Frank mad trouble. Frank ain't know what to do. That nigga had too much experience. So Frank is still developing. He good though, but he ain't ready for what Shakur got. Shakur is like a generational
that could have been the
talent.
fight though, champ. That could have been the fight. Like
what?
Like look, you said it. He faced Autumn, who had a lot of amateur experience. Obviously not the level of Shakur, but that's the setup. That was the step-up fight. Like, yo, here's another boxer. Face this other boxer before you get in there with Shakur. Okay, yeah, it was tough, but you know what to do now. Now you in there with Shakur.
No, you don't know what to do, Nuts. This is above. You can't prepare for this. You can't prepare for this.
What you mean
this
is
tape? This the only reason why only reason why Frank is taking this fight is just like Kid Austin and his father said when you did the interview, and you redid it today, so I watched it again. The only reason why he's taking the fight is because it's a payday. Payday. He want payday.
Yeah, but how much of a payday?
For payday?
How much of a payday?
What?
I don't think Martin is
nigga
getting...
when you know why it's a payday? Because you ain't never got shit. That's why. It ain't a payday for a boss, but it's a payday for Frank Martin. No disrespect, because the nigga got way more money than me. But for him, this is a payday. Know what I'm saying? That he like 29 years old. You take this fight, you take that L. And if you didn't accept this fight, just like them niggas said, you will be a fool. You don't believe in yourself. So it don't give me that, Frank got heart and all this and that. Frank has no choice but to take this fight. Opportunity knocks to answer the door. And he would be a
stood on
Buster
his
Douglas
side of the
ass nigga if
street.
he won.
He could have stood on his side of the street and try to fight Cruz and Tank and all them dudes
Nigga,
over there.
hey, we already know Tank's scary, right? Tank, you'll be lucky. This my second. What's the name? So you can give me a little extra time because I didn't take the free call.
Don't worry about it.
But
Take
we
your
already
free
know.
call, champ.
You may feel like it's your
Tank
time,
is
but
only
it's
gonna
not your
take
time.
what Tank is gonna take. So nobody should wait around for Tank. Like, now I mean, like your shit just said, you might think it's your time.
It's still there though.
Fucking with Tank, it ain't your time.
But it's
So you don't
still
wait
there.
around with Tank.
It's still there. If you lose, you one step further away. If you stay undefeated, you there. You an option. You heard Floyd.
You may never touch Tank. Yo, you may never touch Tank. How many niggas been chasing Tank around for years? They haven't been calling niggas out forever.
Chase
Tank gonna fight.
Chase
Tank gonna fight who he
Pitbull.
want to fight. I don't know how this shit became a Tank conversation.
I'm just saying.
Tank over there fighting them bums right now,
I'm
man.
saying
Fuck
Frank
Tank.
could chase
That's
Pitbull.
that's the problem with Tank. Tank don't want to fight nobody, so we don't need to mention Tank name. Just like Tank on part Tank, he left Floyd. Tank done. He getting older. He beat Ryan. If Tank ain't fighting Devin Haney or one of the big names, Shakur, whoever the fuck in his division, whatever, whoever the fuck. If Tank ain't fighting one of them big names, I don't want to hear about Tank no more. Because Tank is about that time, bro. Your resume is alright. You did what you had to do. Now make the big fights or get the fuck out the way. We'll watch. You entertain it. We'll watch you knock out them bum niggas. But I'm not here to talk about Tank because he don't want to fight nobody. And when he do, I'll be the first one to give up my $100, $85, whatever the fuck it costs. But Tank ain't fighting nobody, so why wait for him? Frank,
I'm just saying, Frank got enough food on his side of the street that, you know, he didn't have
Tank
to take
got the
this.
money, Ness. Tank is the cash cow,
I'm
but
not
he's
talking
not
about
sharing
Tank.
with
I'm
the
talking
niggas
about
that's
Frank.
a threat. Tank will not get in the ring for a 50-50 fight if it saves his life. So why are we wasting time on a nigga like Tank? Tank won't dare to be great. He'll talk shit about Bud and he won't move up. Fuck Tank. Tank is nothing but a duck right now. Until he makes a big fight, I don't want to hear nothing about Tank. Tank is active, fighting 3 fights a year, all right. But he not fighting nobody with no name or nobody with no respect. And I don't want to hear about Ryan and the Puerto Rican nigga from 130. I mean, the other Garcia. I don't want to hear about them bum ass niggas. Tank know who he needs to fight if he want to go down.
Bums now. That's how you doing. World champs is bums.
They beat class fighters. Tank, now I mean, Tank want to go down and legend. He wants to be legendary, right? You ain't gonna be legendary unless you beat the niggas that really mean something. So why is we still wasting time on Tank? Stop defending him. Let's get back to the topic. Frank Martin is supposed to take this fight. And that's just it, yeah. He's supposed to take this fight. My nigga, the boogeyman out there looking like Marlo and shit. I mean, you say my name in the street.
You may feel like it's your
and
time.
It is what it is.
But it's
I
not
holla
your
at
time.
you. Fat, you lost your fucking car.
Fats with the counterpunch.
Man, that dude drunk as fuck. Fuck you talking about, man? he drunk as fuck. What is he talking about? First off, homie, I don't care about no caller of the year. Everybody in the chat know I'm the A side. All right, so we don't even got explain that any further. But man, you see what I be saying about the delusion of these super fans, bro. That, you know what? That's why I be calling in so much. I'm here to crush you, motherfuckers. You man fans of man. This dude really just said out his mouth, Frank Martin had to take that fight for a payday. Ness, it ain't about competing no more. God damn, like even if whoever lose, like, bro, it doesn't matter. Like, bro, like what be the emotional attachments to these people, to these men, and then y'all don't know these guys. And then on top of that, bro said a payday, really, bro. Bro, is this fight on pay-per-view?
Nah.
Fuck is he talking about? What is he talking? Oh, okay. Do we even know where the venue at they fighting?
They said it's obviously going to be in the MGM property in Las Vegas, and if they don't do it November 16th on that Thursday of the F1 weekend, they're doing it in New York, so it'll be, the Garden, because that's who Top Rank deals with.
Right, the guard. But that's their best bet because the MGM, I mean, that ain't T-Mobile Arena. I mean, I don't be getting it, bro. I mean, Shakur, the cash cow of the division now, that's what we saying. This is what it comes to. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, so then he want shit on Tank. Like, bro, Tank resume better than Shakur. Don't even go there. No matter how you want to slice it. It's better than Shakur. I mean, I don't like what Tank be doing, but it is what it is. You want to compare the two? I mean, bro, it's no comparison. Like these fans, bro. It's really funny to me. It's really funny to me, bro. Y'all really think that this dude is untouchable? You get what I'm saying? He not gonna get touched. But like I said, bro, barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert, bro. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all gonna be y'all gonna be doing a home alone. Y'all gonna be sad. You get what I'm saying? Because that boy gonna be doing a stanky leg, mom spaghetti, all that, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, they get me to that point. They get me to that point with all this
So
hyperbole,
now you saying Shakur gonna get wobbled?
He gonna get stanky leg. He gonna do the noodle leg, mom spaghetti nuts. I'm telling you, look, I'm telling you, they gonna hit the home alone, grab the face. They gonna hide under the bed and shit. I'm telling you, this gonna kind of be like, you know how that went on for weeks when Devin whooped on Loma and they were saying, oh, he got raw. That's what's gonna go on with this shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I can see it now, bro. All that, he gonna get smoked and it's a walk in the park and I can't believe that dude said this was a payday for Frank. Like, bro, come on,
That's
bro.
what
Tank or Devin Haney.
I was tempted to say I don't even think Frank getting $1 million for this fight.
Nah, come on, but let them tell it. Shakur a draw. He a draw. But I'm gonna keep on tuning in.
I mean, you tell me, right? Bob didn't want to give Sean Porter more than $1 million the first time. Remember the first time they were supposed to fight? He's not worth more than $1 million. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But somehow Frank Martin is. I don't know. I gotta see what they report. You know that I ain't privy to all that shit. These dudes out here, they don't want you to be great anyway. You know, I hit niggas up like,
yeah,
yo,
that shit whack.
yeah, they whack. They whack. They ain't never gonna admit it because they want to fake like they street, but it's they super whack. Cause I hit them up like, yo, this is what I heard. Something. They go mums the word on me like, nah, you just give me the looking emojis or the scene. Then it's like, then all of a sudden they let Dan Rayfield or they let Ioli or they let Coppinger break the same shit I was telling them a week ago. And it's like, all right, don't let me be great. It's all good. It's all good. But we got another counterpunch from my man Cliff. I guess y'all just gonna be going at it right now. But I mean, look, that just shows you this a good fight. You know, you feel one way, he feel another way.
Nah, it's not that. I'm walking my dog, so that's why I sound a little winded. But no, it's not a good fight. What y'all saying is ridiculous. It's not a good fight, but I'm not even here to argue that part now. Reason why it's a payday is because you just interviewed two people that said that, yeah, it's a payday because you're not fighting. You talking about niggas don't want to be great no more? Listen, the greatness will come, but the money comes first, especially when you don't got none. You didn't train all these years, all that time. $1 million to this nigga is a lot. And even if he don't get $1 million, if he's not getting $1 million fighting Shakur, then where the fuck is his $1 million coming from? And don't tell me Tank, because he'll wait until the end of his career and never fight Tank. So right now, this will be his biggest payday. And if it's your biggest payday, it matters. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga only had a motherfucking a 3.5, when you cop the fucking ounce, it's a payday. You ain't got a bird yet, but you just got out. So don't give me that. This for him, this is his payday. And secondly, this record all that shit. This nigga talking about stinky leg and all that. This nigga is gonna get whitewashed and he's gonna look stupid. Like what? Now we know this nigga is like Keyshawn. He's just a good talker, but he don't know shit about boxing because that's this stupid. Nigga Shakur barely got hit, but Frank gonna make him do the stinky leg? Get the fuck out of here. And fuck it, nigga should let Ness be great. If you break this story, whatever, like I'm rooting for the boxing voice. I want to see the boxing voice come up. I watch this shit every day. This is my channel. This is my spot. I'm here. But, man, all this stupid shit, man. Frank Martin needed to take this fight because if the belt is coming, then knocking at your door, you can't turn it down. Like, especially you ain't never had this opportunity before. If you do somehow upset the nigga, now you got nothing but shit. Everything you ever wanted is in front of you because you ain't looking at the shit like you're going to be legendary. Maybe you is. I don't know what the fuck your expectations of yourself is. But we don't see you as that. So go ahead and go out there and give it your best shot. But for anybody to really, really, really think that he's going to do anything but come up short, you fucking fooling yourself. And if he does, the fucking earth will shake if he wins. And now I'm not saying Shakur is a payday, but for Frank, it is. And that's just the bottom line. That's it. Like,
I mean, you might be right because I'm Googling my ass off, and all I could find is like 75,000, 200,000. So, you know, he
man, you
obviously
out
going.
here busting your ass, nigga. You running 10 miles, yo. You running 5 miles, 10 miles. You going sick, sweating, get punched in your face. Nigga, all niggas want is that, yo, I could go home with my wife, kick back. I got $1 million.
You may
I
feel
got
like
2
it's your
million,
time,
and I'm good. Come on,
but
man.
it's not your
Y'all
time.
broke niggas don't know what's going on. That's why you'll stay broke.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of people reporting this man's purse. Let me tell you. I mean,
You don't have to, but Ness, money is money. You don't have to get 10 million. Like you know what I'm saying? When you coming from $250,000 to a full $1 million, that means something.
I hear you. Let me see what I got. I got Earn Lou. Fight probably in Vegas. If so, I'm dead. Shout out to Earn.
And I'm not. If I'm still.
Ooh, you know that was the bell champ. OC the boss. Oh yeah. OC,
Yo,
what
what
up?
up, man? Can you hear me?
Yup.
Sitting here listening to these dudes, man. Some of these dudes is on point, but the one dudes that's just like, I don't know, man. They got to be super casual. They got to just be super. I just watch boxing just to watch for the top names because they don't be knowing what a motherfucker grind be like. They don't know how Frank Martin grinded right now. They always talking about, because he's 28 and all this old extra shit. He's gonna fuck a nigga up. Okay, let's just say Corey still win. Okay, we know he top of the top tier, shit like that. What if Frank Martin? We know it's boxing, bro. All it takes is one punch. You know what I'm saying? Now, I done heard 2 callers already say Valdez didn't hurt Shakur to the body. Listen, even though Martin get trained by Derrick James, he don't fight like Earl at all. You know what I'm saying? He got the fast twitch, he got all that shit. I think he gonna give Shakur hella motherfucking problems. Hella problems. Rather he start off in the beginning or he pull in the end. Also, man, these motherfucking callers talking about, well, Frank Martin didn't look good in his last fight. Bro, it's boxing, man. Every motherfucker ain't gonna look good in every fucking fight. Not every fight. Shakur ain't look top tier in every fucking fight. Yeah, he won them, but he ain't won top tier in every fight. Get the fuck out of here. Man, you niggas be lame with that shit. You motherfuckers ain't been in no gyms. You motherfuckers ain't boxed. You motherfuckers ain't did nothing and be talking strong as fuck, trying to tell a motherfucker what they not gonna do or what they can't do. Shit, I don't see none of you fat slob motherfuckers doing shit anyway either. Now, I don't think Haney coming back down. Haney probably like, man, fuck them niggas. Like he told Shakur when Shakur hopped his ass in the ring. And Haney looked at him and was like, bro, I'm number one. Shakur want to go around the country talking about, well, he hurt and got out the ring. Nigga, I get out the ring too. Understand what I just said to you, nigga? I'm number one. You understand? I don't got to stand and talk to nobody. You come talk to me, nigga. I'm number one. If I get out, nigga, you get out and follow me then. But I'm number one. That's it. That's all. Right? So, Haney need to stay at 40 and start building this shit at 40. I see you niggas when y'all come up to 40. Or I see you niggas when y'all come up to 47. I'm done with 35. I did what I had to do at 35. I collected everything. Call it what you want to. Say what you want. Say I'm ducking. It don't matter, nigga. I'm getting the bag, nigga, and I did what you trying to do. Holla at you. That's my call, TBV, Ness, Danny, y'all the man. Holla at you.
Appreciate it. So, Dan Rayfield reports that he'll serve 6 months suspension and be fined $15,000 of his $100,000 purse. So if Rivera made $100,000, the reports that Frank made $75,000 for Rivera might even
You may
not
feel like it's your
be
time,
true.
but it's not your time.
That might not even be true. Hmm. Yeah, he was fined $15,000 out of $100,000 purse. So that means Frank made the 75 that's being reported out there, or less than. Jay, what up? Dyke, man. All right, then.
Can you hear me, Ness?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yo,
You got
so
the
they
echo
got
again. Got the
echo again.
Put your headphones on, man.
Put your
What up with
headphones
you,
on.
B?
My headphones in. Hold on.
Playing
Let me do this
games
shit
right now.
Sound now.
Now you got all this.
Talk
Now
to
you
me.
got. Oh my goodness.
How's that
Jay.
sound?
Oh my goodness, Jay. It's crazy.
Can y'all hear me or not? Talk to me.
Yo.
You're making me waste my time.
I mean, I still got an echo. I hear myself, and you got
Yo,
hella static. I don't know.
anyway,
Bro, I don't know. Jay, just call it on the phone, bro.
the
I don't
fact
know what
that
the fuck is you doing, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you don't know how to work that. You got to listen to the playback. Just listen when you got on the show. What happened? I don't know what you got going on. Alan, what up?
What's up, man? What's up? How you doing, man? TBV.
Chilling. Yeah, he gonna have to call in from a house phone moving forward. He don't know what he doing.
Just get an iPhone or something,
That
man.
shit ain't
I
an
don't know.
iPhone. I don't know what he got going
To
on.
get an iPhone. Get an iPhone. I don't know. Hey, but listen. I'm happy this fight is going down. So this fight signed. What's going on?
Yeah, it's done, baby. We just
Man,
waiting
this
on.
is a
We
good
waiting on
fight,
the
man.
official. We waiting on the official date and venue because there's two
Oh
venues.
man.
There's two venues
Uh
in
huh.
play and two locations in play: New York City and Las Vegas.
Oh, I think this fight should be in New York City. Um, I think there's gonna be a lot more like the tickets will sell out. Puerto Ricans will show up. They like to watch boxing. You got a lot of black people out there. They got all that shit going on in New York, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna show out. So I think they should do it in New York. But let's talk about the fight. I got Shakur on this one, man, for sure, man. Because Shakur Stevenson, man, he has a lot of ring IQ, man. He's been in there trained with the best, has sparred with the best. And his resume really isn't that bad. Like, he has good names on his resume over Frank. When we talk about over Frank, I think Shakur got the better resume for sure. And yeah, he did get hurt by a body shot, but it didn't mean anything, right? Because what happened after the body shot? Okay, the ass whooping continued, right? So, and Shakur is just too fast, man. Like, you're not gonna tell which punch he's gonna throw next. So I don't see Frank doing too good in this fight, man. I'm just being real, man. No, I ain't hating, man. I'm just being real, and I don't even like Shakur like that. I got Tank over Shakur all day, but ring IQ is there for sure over Frank. Frank didn't pause too much in his last fight. Like, why you taking your time over this guy when you know you can finish him, bro? Like, don't do that, man. That's not the right mentality. Like, if you know you can finish the fight, finish it, man. Go for the kill, man. You letting the other fighter doing his game plan. Don't do that, man. You freezing up during the middle of the fight. I didn't like that what Frank Martin was doing his last fight. Even if he got the knockdown. So he's gonna have mad problems with Shakur in that ring, man. That's all I gotta say about that, man. Shout out TBV.
All
I'm out.
right, Alan. You the man, champ. You the man. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I need you to hit the thumbs up. Stop hating, man. Like, I ain't at 1 million subscribers because you ain't sharing my shit. Why you ain't sharing my shit? I don't know. I'm gonna have Andre Rozier, the trainer of Demetrius Andrade. He's training him for the
And
David.
who the fuck Frank fight, by the way? I'm sorry. Frank ain't fighting nobody, man. I don't know nobody on his record.
Yeah, I mean, he fought Artem, he fought Michelle Rivera, the Ali, Dominican Ali. But we gonna have
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Andre Rozier on. He's training he's training Demetrius Andre for the David Benavidez fight. And we are scheduled to have Yoenis Tellis on. And I got to reschedule with Brian Cohen and Keith Thurman. These guys are hard to get, on a schedule. Um, let's see here. We got Majid. Was good.
Yo,
You're
yeah, shit. Damn, it kind of threw me off and shit. I was doing something, but yeah, man. Hey, like, I'm just looking at it like this. Like, I just feel like the other caller just said or whatever, that IQ on a different level or whatever. And I just feel like, Frank Martin, he all right, but he got decent adjustments, but I just really don't feel like, he got that experience level, and he just outgunned on this fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I mean, last fight we seen, he had that high guard. Can't remember the dude who arced him. He had hit him with a body shot. And he kind of hurt him or whatever. Like that dude showed a lot of problems when it comes to that just straight up boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him being a dog last fight. I know these people mad, but Ness, you notice what they doing? They throwing insults, man fans, and all of this shit, but they ain't giving no breakdowns and talking about the gaps that he could capitalize on. They just doing like generic ass. Y'all think this shit easy? You know what I'm saying? Like they not really giving no breakdowns on what they believe that he could do or whatever. Even the body shot with Valdez, you seen Valdez kind of go in like a bull, like a madman, and get tagged up for that shit. And if it wasn't for Shakur going on camera and being honest and saying that he got hurt by that body shot, nobody would have even knew because he kept that game face on. When motherfucking Martin got hurt or whatever, that shit was showing or whatever. So that's what I mean by like little experience. But challenge these niggas, like especially Fats. He got some good punchlines and everything, but he still deflected because he ain't giving no true breakdowns. He just giving out some good insults and shit. Somebody else even said that niggas was fat and all that shit. I'm ripped up and chipped up. I could prove it. You know what I'm saying? Boxing and all that bullshit. Come on, man. Just give us a real breakdown of what y'all think gonna happen and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's be grown men about this shit. Give a breakdown and shit, not an insult. That's all I got, Ness.
all right, all right. Yo, why did Mauricio Suleiman just shut down my idea on his IG? I've been pitching this for a while, and he just tried to make it illegal. That's so whack. I know that's not true. So let me blow this up for us old heads. He said boxing is promoted by different companies around the world. Don King, Top Rank, Tekken, TGB, Queensberry, Golden Boy, Matchroom, and hundreds of other companies. The UFC is promoted by the UFC. If boxing promoters were to perform with the UFC model, they would immediately face serious legal problems and be shut down. That's how the law is written. The promoters need to follow the rules of the commissions, federations, or organizations. The UFC follow the rules of the UFC. The same would happen if the organizations try to make their own league and own the events. So, dear friends, let's desist from comparing apples to pears or even oranges. Stop creating false expectations and arriving at wrong conclusions. The UFC is the equivalent of a boxing promoter, but with huge competitive advantages in terms. Boxing is the most dignified and honorable sport, But whatever. The rest you don't need to read. But I mean, that's pretty fucked up. I always thought like if we had like Jesus Christ come down and just like touch all the promoters' hearts, like they could get down as one company. But according to Mauricio, he just shut that down. Brandon, troll of the year, troll of the year, troll of the year.
Hello, Ness.
What up,
Hey, Ness.
Brandon?
A Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin fight. Of course, I gotta go with Shakur Stevenson. If anybody says Frank Martin, they're just fooling themselves. I got Shakur Stevenson as probably the best lightweight, but I think he can't beat Tank. But honestly, a Tank Shakur would. I think that would be the craziest fight of the whole century, bro. Like no kid, that's a crazy Tank. But Tank is number one though. But Tank man, Tank is good. Tank he has good boxing IQ. He can maneuver around the ring. He can dodge anything that comes at him, whether it's a jab or an uppercut. He can jab. He can dodge a lot of stuff. Shakur is just basically practicing at this point to move up in the rankings because he's still a young fighter. He's still a young boxer, but the dude can fight. The dude can actually hit hard. He can do a lot of good stuff in the ring. So he's crazy about I mean, there's no possible way. I mean, even if I would bet even some money that Shakur would win. I would bet on that. But I wouldn't. I don't gamble, so I'm not gonna do that. But I was safe. If anybody wants to gamble on that, it's pretty much a safe bet that Shakur is going to win. So if you want to put like 300, 400 on it, you go ahead. You're gonna win double that. But yeah, that's all I'm about to say. But he's a great fighter, man. He's better than Devin. You guys, I don't know why a lot of people on here are praising Devin Haney for a lot of stuff. I don't know, probably because his dad always comes on here and stuff and talks. But if Devin, I respect Devin Haney. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I respect every fighter that's in the WBC and all the boxing organizations. I just think that Tank is a better fighter than Devin Haney, and Shakur is a better fighter than Devin Haney. And I would put Devin Haney as number 3 probably. But Devin Haney is insanely good too. And they were beefing. Shakur was beefing with what's his name, with Devin Haney as well, and they sparred. And I didn't really see the full thing. I don't know. Someone sent me the link to that. I want to see the full fight about the full sparring match between those two because they were talking a lot of smack about that, and they were trying to compare it. And they might actually do a real
You may
fight in the
feel like it's
future.
your time,
So, yeah.
but it's not your time.
Fats counter.
Bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, it's like they don't be hearing you unless you insult them or something or say a punchline or something. Jay Billy, it ain't you, bro. It's the other fans, bro. Like I don't know if you've been listening, but I done broke down Frank attributes of why I think this is a good fight. Like I said it. I said, he got good footwork. He got great speed. I mean, I don't think Shakur is that much. I don't think Shakur faster than him as far as the hands. I mean, Frank punching combinations too, bro. Like he don't fight like Earl at all. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when they be saying that shit about, oh, it's easy work 10-2, like no, y'all don't be knowing boxing. The people that be saying that shit, like bro, like y'all really think it's gonna be that easy? Like I don't see that, bro. Like I'm sitting here telling you. Frank hit harder. I think Frank hit harder. You know what I'm saying? Speed level, I think they about even. Defense, I get at the Shakur. IQ, I get at the Shakur. That's why I think he should edge the fight out. But I think that Frank Martin style and Frank Martin real discipline, man. That's what I like about he real discipline. He showed me in that last fight he had to get that knockdown against dude, and not one time he was swinging out of control, swinging into the ropes. Like he wasn't out of control. He had dude running around the ring like a ballerina. You get what I'm saying? Autumn was hanging in there for a little bit, but he felt that pressure coming, and his ass folded. You get what I'm saying? Like And then when we tell y'all this shit or why we think it's gonna be a good fight, what they say, Ness? I don't see it. I just don't see it. I just can't see nobody beating him. I just he barely get touched. I mean, bruh, he of course he gonna barely get touched fighting Juntel and Cavassier and Valdez. Like, bro, when you look at all the Shakur opponents, none of them move their feet that good, bro. Let's keep that shit real. All of them stay in front of you. So all that slick stuff he be doing with the body and barely got move and he standing there, them dudes don't be throwing nothing back. Them dudes be standing up, curling up, man. They don't move to the side or nothing. Like, that's why I be tripping. Like, y'all be saying it make it seem like this dude is invincible. Like, and we name all this shit while we think Frank Martin to give him some problems, and it's just like, I just don't see it, Ness. I just can't see nobody beating him. It's like, bro, y'all argue both sides of the coin, bro. It's like it's no defeating with y'all. It's no can't win. Y'all say don't nobody want to fight him, then he duck fights. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying he in a good fight. We saying he in a good fight with Frank Martin ain't gonna be walking apart. Y'all saying it's easy work. He gonna smoke him. Y'all just can't see nobody giving him power. It's like, bro, y'all crazy, bro. But this is why I like picking with y'all. This is why I like picking with y'all because y'all are man fans. Y'all love Shakur. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep on doing it. Appreciate it.
You may feel like it's your time,
But it ain't your
but it's
time.
not your time.
But we got hella callers. Everybody just stay patient. We getting to everybody. We ain't skipping nobody. So everybody in line will get attended to. Looks like up next, Tip Bellis. What it do? While we're waiting for Tip to unmute, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're at 180,525. We need you to subscribe to get us to that million. Tip, what up? Tip. Big Gucci Nick, what up?
What up, man? Shout out TBV. Everybody smash that like and subscribe, man. My favorite podcast, bro. Yo, how I sound, Ness?
What up, Big Gucci? I hear you. Just trying to lock this
Oh,
interview in with Yoenis at the same time. Call me multitasking.
to call you that. Yo, shout out Fats, man. He was making some valid points. So when I thought about it, I was like, hell yeah. He actually knows his shit, man. So shout out to him, man. I love a knowledgeable dude that's a part of the community,
I
man.
don't
That's
know.
what's up.
Somebody side text
Um,
me like, oh, he calling that a breakdown?
say it again.
I said someone in the community side text me like, yo, is that what Fats calls a breakdown?
Nah, nah, bro. He was speaking facts. Like, no lie, he was speaking facts. When you think about it, and if you go back and watch, you'll see it.
I thought
But
he
yeah,
did a
man,
good
I got
job
this.
breaking it down. I'm just saying. I feel like he said what Frank does well, what Shakur does well, and why he thinks Frank will do well. I mean, I don't know what more can you really
I'm
say.
I'm in complete agreement with him, man, because a lot of people actually just counted Frank out. I just saw some shit on Instagram about the bookies having him at like a -700, bro.
No way. No way. There's no way that shit has already got a line for -700. Come on. But I get it though. At the
That's
end of the day, Frank ain't even win a world title, bro. So, he's an underdog.
He is, but he's a live dog, man. He's a live dog.
For
Trust me.
sure.
Y'all gonna be surprised, man. Shakur might slip in a victory, but I feel like Frank's gonna make him look bad. It's gonna be a close fight.
-700. I'm about to check the line. That's crazy if he that big of a dog. I wonder what Valdez was. Jesus Christ, -700. Wow,
You
that's
you checking it right now, validating it?
yeah. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna check right now with what Pro Boxing Odds got. They should be the only one, but I'll see.
That'd be crazy. If that's the case, man, I'll put some money on Frank.
Hell yeah, it's worth at least $10. That's 80 back.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's
But
not your time.
I'll catch you on the next one, bro.
All right, let me see. He said odds. That's crazy if he a minus 700. I mean, a plus 700. That would be like, whoa. I mean, he's that good, though, right? He's that good. Oh, shit, bro. That shit opened up. Martin is a plus 420. Shakur's a minus 650, which is almost a minus 700, which is what you thought probably. And pro boxing odds, they had Shakur versus Frank is same thing, minus 650. Frank is a plus 420. Shakur versus Yoshino, he was a god damn. I gotta screenshot this. Lord to the mercy. Shout out to pro boxing odds for keeping them all like that. Lord. Look, Shakur versus Jeremiah Nakatilia. Shakur was a minus 5,000, bro. That's insane. Yo, his tightest fight was Valdez, a minus 400. He was a minus 400 with Valdez. Valdez was a plus 575. They giving Frank a better shot. Shout out to Facts. You motherfuckers gonna learn. Facts know his shit. You gonna learn. Look, even the bookies agree with Fats that Frank gonna give him a better fight. Even the bookies. Huh? Yo, matter of fact, it's crazy. It's spooky. Frank, the best fighter he fought. Frank is the lowest odds. Frank got the best odds. Everybody else, look. Shoshino was a plus 1,500. Concial plus 1,000. That means you put 100, you make a grand plus your 100 back. Like, that's insane, bro. That's insane. So Shakur, the lowest money you could have got was when he fought Valdez, but the best opponent is Frank in terms of the lowest plus money. Everyone else was crazy plus money. Even Valdez, I can't believe Valdez was a plus 575. They must have tricked the shit out of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers must have been betting like some rabid animals on Valdez at plus 75, 575. Not me though. Not me. I ain't, I always had core winning. But god damn. Tip trying you again. Shout out to Pro Box. I like how they do that. All them shits in one place. Love it.
You
You.
was good. Yeah, man. I gotta agree with my boy from Baltimore, from a Mo to a Yo, man. Yeah, it's a reason why the Frank odds are close, man. Frank is more athletic than any other fighter Shakur has faced. I think when you really got to break it down, you know, Frank's best chance of winning is breaking Shakur's body down. Is Frank going to be able to get to Shakur's body? I think that's the best way to stop Shakur is to take his legs out. Now, Frank's going to have to get past Shakur's jab. I don't think he's going to win the lead hand battle with the jab. So in order for him to get inside, you know what I'm saying, he's going to have to take a couple shots. You know what I'm saying? You got to give and take. But I see why the bookies got it close. And then, a lot of these people, they don't know boxing, man. They get on here, they ramble. They don't really study or break down fights. They don't know the science between southpaws, say southpaws and orthodox. They just get on here and ramble. Yeah, man. I like this fight. I like this fight the more I start to look at it. Just doing more film study on it. But for the most part, that's my call, Ness.
All right, champ. All right. Appreciate you. Tip, Bellis. Jay Billy, I ain't go to you. I feel like you've been on this show 100 million, thousand, trillion times. Sauce talk, but let me check. Maybe you motherfucking sent the counter punch. Let me stop. Let me see. Did I say Cliff? Mike Hicks with the cash app. Mom spaghetti alert. Uh-oh. Looking emojis. Uh-oh. Do we got another dude picking upset too? Yo, Mike Hicks, shout out for the coffee. You and Fats been getting along too much. Y'all on the same page now. Jay Billy, let me check. Nothing there. Let me check. Here's. I don't see it. But shout out James Benitez, first super chat of the day. $2. He said, washed up Heron, washed up Valdez. These callers, thumbs down. Wow. Joshua Torres, $2. Frank, a 30-year-old prospect. Take it easy, fellas. But the bookies feel he's better than everybody Shakur's fought. $10 from James Benitez. Bruh, Frank, Tank, Shakur are the best at 135-pound fighters. Bill knows damn well 140 is much safer. No turning back for Dev. If we lucky, Dev steps to Tio at 140. I don't know, bro. Tio beat 2 pound-for-pound fighters. Ain't no way you could say it's safer over there. Like, Shakur could be great in everybody's eyes, but he ain't beat no pound-for-pound fighters. Maybe, though. Was Valdez on the pound-for-pound list? I don't want to take nothing from him because, fuck around and get me. My legs broke or some shit. These dudes out here mad. James Benitez right back at us. $2. My name is my name. That's the quote. Butterfly Girl, $5 celebrating her first super chat of the ever with us. Shakur will put on a masterclass. Frank not fighting for a payday. He a real one. But Shakur is one in a generational talent. Not even close. Salute. Salute. Who we got? I don't see it, Jay. And I feel like I already gave you your free call, but I'm going to check you anyway, man. I'm going to go to you anyway. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, smash the thumbs up. If you don't know, this is your, message alert. We go live at this time every single day. Plus, we're live during the morning to get you through your work day every single day. 6 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and then right back at you at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jay, Billy, what up? No Billy. Jay Billy.
Yo.
Yo, what up?
Ness, what be going on, bro? It's like you like, yo, Jay Billy right there, man. He got to pay for this first. He got to pay for the free call.
Bro, I gave you your 2 counter punches plus your free call, remember? That's
when Ness,
you
I
was
ain't
like,
even talk yet.
What?
I ain't even talk yet. When did I talk? Who was talking for me? I ain't even talk to them.
Confusing you with somebody else?
You most definitely, fam. You most definitely confusing me.
Oh, all right. My bad, champ.
Yes, sir. But shout out Ness putting in that work. I got to get the intro in. But man, one thing I'm not fucking with, bruh. I can't say I'm not fucking with it because this how it's always been. The real niggas get the most flack. The real niggas get the most disrespect. The real niggas don't get what they deserve. Like, why are people always talking about Dev like, oh, I don't know why Dev gets disrespect, or I don't know why people hype up Dev, because Dev is doing what you're supposed to do. Dev went the route he was supposed to go to win the belts. And then, fam, they always bringing up his pops. Like, are y'all so conditioned by this country to think that a black man is not supposed to be present in his child's life? That when y'all see it, it's like y'all in shock. Like he not supposed to be there. Like he not supposed to be in his son's life and try to guide him the right way. Is that such a shock for y'all? Like, are y'all not used to that? Like, fam, because it looks real scary when y'all say shit like that. Like, come on now. Not everybody has a pops in their life. This man does. And his pops is moving him in the right direction. Has him in the right religion. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Like, this dude moves the right way and he gets the most disrespect. He fights the tough fights. He takes the deals, he takes the sacrifices because he believes in his skills. Unlike other motherfuckers that say they believe in their skills but won't take 25% for all 5 belts. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Pipe that shit down for real. Like, I'm tired of hearing that shit. This dude got the glory. Like, this is a gladiator sport. When you win, you get the respect. This not no I don't like this dude. We ain't no bitches. This ain't no I feel like, oh, this guy emotions. Stop talking about that shit. These dudes get in there and they break blood, man. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? If you're not getting in that ring and doing the same thing, pipe the fuck down. This dude did what he was supposed to do. You feel me? This dude got a pops in his life that is straying him in the right direction. Respect that shit. You feel me? How would you feel if you raising your child and you get your child to the high level and you got people on the outside talking about, oh, this person has a parent in their life that's speaking for them? So the fuck what? Is he out here killing people? Is he out here getting drunk, motherfucking killing people at 100 miles per hour, doing 100 in a Lambo? No. Calm the fuck down. He's giving praise to Allah after every win. Like, come on now.
Champ,
Respect the real niggas. Call out the whole shit.
You just insinuated Tank killed somebody. Like,
No, I
You may
didn't. No,
feel
I
like it's
didn't.
your
That's what are
time,
you talking about? That
but
had
it's
nothing to
not your
do with
time.
Tank.
oh,
I'm just talking about regular shit that
that's the.
happens out here in his life.
I'm just saying.
I
I
wasn't even
follow.
thinking about
I
that. I
follow
was actually thinking
boxing.
about Henry Ruggs. I
I
was thinking about
follow.
Henry Ruggs when I said that, a receiver for the Raiders. That's what I was thinking about. I wasn't even
Uh,
thinking about Tank.
that was the bell, but understand where I'm coming from. I follow boxing. You talking boxing. You talking about people and their behaviors in boxing. Then you mention a Lamborghini, hitting somebody and killing them. Well, I'm automatically associated with Tank, who had a, you know, very public criminal case because of his Lamborghini hit a pregnant woman. Remember? So maybe you ain't think you was talking about Tank. Subliminally, people probably, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but we definitely associated with Tank. Like, Tank's the only one that had an accident in a Lamborghini. Had you associated the 100 miles an hour with a Ferrari, we would have associated it with Earl. So I'm just saying, words are powerful. Words are powerful. But you did clear it up. You said no. The man said no. And I confuse you. I'm trying to think who the fuck was that calling in, going back at it with Fats that I thought was you for some reason. I thought you was someone else. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to Sauce Talk. You should be smashing a thumbs up while I'm rolling up. Shout out to Hardin. They open. Get that 15% off. Use the code TBV. Let them know Ness sent you. Make sure you holler at Kiki or Stephanie. Or rather, Stephanie or Kiki. That's in that order. You feel me? Sauce Talk. Sauce Talk. You might need to unmute. You ain't unmute your mic.
Yeah, I needed to unmute, brother.
What up?
Can you
Stick
hear me?
talk. The stick talk.
Yeah. What up?
What up? What up?
Hey, I don't know what that last call was about. He went. I don't know. I thought we was talking about Shakur and Frank Martin. Um, yeah, but I've been listening in since around Majid. I gotta agree with Majid. And before like Fats, all respect, brother. I just disagree. I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way. So if I say anything, don't take it the wrong way. But to address what you said about the bookies and Frank Martin as being the best Shakur has fought so far. The bookies also had Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford real close too. How'd
Word.
that turn out?
Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh,
And then
there was a time Terrence was plus money.
yeah, it
When
was.
it first opened, he was plus money. He was like plus 120, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And then that's on that. But with Fats, I didn't hear too much of a technical breakdown. I just heard him address the attributes that Frank has.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go with footwork. Frank has good footwork. Shakur has better footwork. We're gonna go with speed. He says Frank Martin is fast. I say Shakur is faster. We're gonna go with power. I don't see a bunch of knockouts on either one, so I'm gonna say Shakur has more power.
I mean,
When you
ain't Frank been getting knockdowns and knockouts though?
Yeah, but and to address what Benitez said about Jamel Herring, he was a world champion that Shakur did stop. And let's not forget Jamel Herring, the fight before Shakur had just stopped Carl Frampton.
Yep.
So let's go easy on that. Jamel Herring was washed up.
And he making a
We got to give
comeback
that.
right now.
We got to get that man the respect for taking that belt off of him. But like whatever y'all thinking Frank Martin can do, and y'all, I understand some people might just like Frank Martin, but in all actuality, y'all got to look at Shakur right now. Where has he been the last 6 to 8 months? He's been riding around with Terrence Crawford, doing this, doing that, sparring with him, getting him ready in camp. Like that kid, the next time we see Shakur in the ring, he's gonna be a lot more different than we've ever seen him. And he's gonna be dangerous, more dangerous than we ever seen, because he done
Devil's
got so
advocate
much out
here.
of this year alone
Devil's
that
advocate. Let me just play
go ahead.
devil's advocate. I mean, Shakur wanted the undisputed fight. He wanted the big fight. He wanted the pay-per-view fight. Devin Haney, Shakur was guaranteed pay-per-view. Some could say this is the opportunity because some could say he might not be focused on Frank. The phrase was in boxing before we got here, which is I can't get up for that fighter, or he can't get up for Frank Martin because Frank Martin not Valdez, who was a champion. Frank Martin is not Herring, who was a champion. Frank Martin, I mean, Frank Martin needs this fight more than Shakur.
Yeah, and you know what? And to bounce off of your devil's advocate, you know what Frank Martin is to Shakur? A fucking statement. A fucking statement. After I whip his ass, what y'all gonna say next?
Well, you're right. I won't argue because of the fact that he's real close with Keyshawn. Keyshawn gonna be in his ear like you better whoop his ass, big bro, all that shit. So it might be a little bit more motivating for Shakur than I first thought because I forgot about the Keyshawn, you know, part of it.
Listen, nobody wanting to fight that man is just making things worse. And when this fight, if it goes to purse bid,
No.
whatever it
Frank
does,
accepted it already. It's a wrap. It's just a
it's a
matter.
wrap.
It's a matter of
So,
them deciding if it's gonna be in Vegas or New York.
all right, so now then and then that's it. Like Shakur, like it might not be. Is it for a vacant title?
Yeah, for the WBC
All
135.
right, well, it's for a title. It's for a vacant title, but that ain't bad for him because he done took what
The
2 titles off of people already.
Yeah, his
You
first
know,
belt was a vacant when he
the
fought Joet.
vacant with Joet, yeah. And then he took from Jamel and then took from Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but listen, they both got something to fight for though. They fighting for a belt.
Right.
So, like, listen, don't be surprised if he beat the brakes off of Frank.
So you
Like
ain't
this,
giving
this.
Frank no shot.
No, I'm not giving him no shot,
How
and
many
then and that's
rounds?
what
How many
all
rounds?
due respect to Frank. Like, listen,
You
he's
feel like
he's
it's your
good,
time,
but he's
but it's not
he's
your time.
not he's not there. He's not where Shakur is.
Let me
He's
ask
not
you.
good enough for Shakur to beat Shakur.
That was the bell. How many rounds does Frank Martin win versus Shakur?
I don't know, probably 2 to 3.
Wow. Nowhere near he could
If
get
if
four.
it goes the distance, 2 to 3.
So he ain't
But
getting four.
remember,
He
this
ain't
might
getting
be a
four.
statement. This might be a statement
So
fight.
so he ain't getting four.
It's possible, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Hmm. Steak Talk, that was the bell, baby. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up on the way out. Tyron, what it do?
Yo, what's good, champ? Shouts out TVB.
What
Hope
up?
everybody good. How you, champ?
Can't complain, man. Happy to be doing the show.
Absolutely, man. Happy you doing the show, man. But
Appreciate it.
on the top, yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you. But on the topic though, I mean, you gotta look at it. It's a lot of guys that didn't want to fight Shakur, whatever reason. I feel like this is, shouts out to Frank from accepting the fight because a lot of fighters is not, accepting the fight with Shakur. Besides Haney, but you got Loma, you got Pitbull Cruz. These guys didn't want to fight, Shakur. So
Cepeda.
uh, yeah. List goes on. But I think it would be a good fight in the beginning. I think Frank, do his best. Give Shakur some stuff that he ain't seen before. But ultimately, I just think Shakur is just going to adapt. He's to me, he's like Crawford, like a talent. Like once in a while, the dude is very talented, and he's very. I want to say experienced kind of in the ring. Like he's ahead of his time in a way. He knows what to do in the ring, his IQ, and I just think that later rounds he'll just pick Frank apart. But I think this is going to be a statement fight for Shakur to let everybody know, like this is the reason why these guys don't want to fight me. But I rather would have seen Keyshawn and Frank get it off before Shakur, But again, man, I'm not mad at it. Nobody's stepping up to the plate to fight Shakur. And shouts out to Frank for accepting the fight, man. I just hope, it'll be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the whole division, man, that division is hot. I'm just, praying we get these type of fights. I don't see Haney beating T.O. at 140.
Mm.
Um, I possibly could see Haney coming back down, but then again, I don't know. Honestly, if you want to come back down, because you got to get some work with Shakur for sure. Um, so I think he stays up at 140, then eventually goes to 147. But I definitely want to see what's T.O. next move at 140. I want to see what
T.O.
happens.
champion in recess, basically. He took super champion status in the WBO. Carl Moretti from Top Rank applied for that or petitioned from that
Okay.
status with the WBO. So it looked like T.O. might be taking some time off again, which is originally what he wanted. Remember, he called retirement. He only came back out of retirement because he seen Devin was about to fight for his belt. It
Yeah.
looked like T.O. having some personal issues in life right now. He ain't
Yeah,
100%
definitely
focused.
is. Yeah, man, but I can't wait to see him back in the ring because honestly, man, I don't see if we get the T.O. that's focused. I honestly don't see none of those guys being T.O. man. And a lot of people, I don't know why T.O. name is not talked about as that guy because the guy then beat pound for
Bro, he
pound
don't get
top.
no
You know what I'm
respect.
saying?
He don't get no
He gets
respect.
no respect, man, no respect, and it's crazy. Like, yo, this dude resume is crazy. To be 25, he's already a Hall of Fame. He beat the guys. Like, I really wish people put more respect on T.O. name, champ. But that's just my call, man. I like the fight. I think it'll be a good fight early rounds, but I just
You
think
may feel
Shakur
like it's your time,
adapts and get him out of there in the
but it's
later
not your
rounds.
time.
That's my call, champ.
See, you got to live through this era, right? Because technically speaking, T.O. fought, and I'm not using box track, right? T.O. first champion was Comey. Second champion was Loma. Third champion was this kid he just beat, Taylor. So again, you have to live through through T.O.'s career in order to be like, well, Loma was pound for pound. Josh Taylor was pound for pound. Because if we just counting champions, he only got 3. You feel me? But they were current, right? When he fought Loma, he was a current champion. When he fought Comey, he was a current champion. And when he fought fucking Taylor, he was a current champion with the WBO. So unlike his contemporaries, uh, Tank, right? Tank fought more champions, but they weren't the current champions in his division. Like he fought Leo after moving back down. Then he fought Barrios after moving up. Then he fought, you know, Garcia after moving him up. So it's just like Tio fought the champions in his division. Um, so again, you would have to live through that so that you could put respect on what he did. Because then, if you consider a guy like Devin, who fought Gamboa, so that's a champion, former. But remember, Floyd started this shit. I beat 24 champions. That's how he's counting them, former or current, because his 24 champions was definitely not current. So that being said, it's like Gamboa, Linares, uh, Cambosis, Loma, 4 champions. So you really have to live through that so you can give people the context that TO's champions, or rather, not all champions are created equal. Jay Billy, I figured it out with the help of my friends in the pre-pro. I've been confusing you with Cliff today, who was going back and forth with Fats. My bad.
Yo,
Yo.
yes sir. Ness, bruh, please don't try to draw conclusions from what I'm saying if I don't explicitly say something. You know what I'm saying? Tank didn't even kill nobody. So if I'm talking about somebody drunk in a Lambo killing somebody, Tank ain't even kill somebody. So that excludes him from the conversation. I'm talking about I was talking about a totally different event that happened in your city. You feel me? With another star athlete. So even though you don't watch other sports, you feel me? Maybe you need to do your homework on that. But to
Why?
get to
That's
this,
not part of boxing. I would have to do
fam,
homework if
I'm
I
talking.
cared
I'm
about
talking
them
about real
sports.
Ness. It's real life shit happening besides boxing. So if something big happens in your city where somebody dies and a celebrity kills them by going 100 miles per
But
hour drunk in a
that's the
car, you
thing.
should know
He's a
that.
celebrity to you because you know him. Like, you
No,
feel
he's a
me?
celebrity. Period, fam. He's a celebrity. Period. He's a celebrity. Period. Like Denzel and Will Smith. You know Denzel and Will Smith, right?
And
You feel
that's
me? It's
why they
just like that.
celebrities, because we know them, but
Exactly.
we don't know who you talking about. You know who
No,
you talking about.
no. You don't
And
know.
there's
You don't
millions
know.
like me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't compare a athlete to Denzel
Okay,
Washington.
I bet. I bet. Strictly boxing fans that live in Las Vegas, Nevada, knew what happened with Henry Ruggs.
And I also bet that
People,
strictly
if
boxing fans associated your story with the only dude we know that crashed a fucking Lamborghini or hit
but
somebody with a Lamborghini.
why would they connect that if I said kill somebody? You gotta listen. You feel me?
Because
Comprehension is key.
because people exaggerate every day, B. You
Hey,
tell
that's not
you
me.
you
I'm a
telling a
real. Hey, that's
story.
not me.
You
You hear
telling a
me vouching
story.
for the real niggas. You hear me? And Mac Banks, call your ass in, bro. You stay in the chat, bro. You stay in the chat, chatting like a motherfucker, bro. Call in. I ain't never heard you call in. Mac Banks in the chat. Call in, bro. Like, what's all this you doing in the chat?
I
You stay
think Banks
talking,
do
but
call in. I think Banks on the line, to be real with you. If it's
well, Banks,
if
bro.
Banks is the same
Bro.
if Mac Banks is Banks, then he's on the line.
Well, I don't know, Mac Banks, bro. So my initial call was calling in for the real niggas. Mac Banks, you on the opposite side of that. You feel me? I'm not gonna call you out your name, but you on the opposite side of the real niggas. LMAO ass nigga. You probably about 35, bro. Pipe the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, this call was about the real niggas. You feel me? I appreciate the real niggas, and I just wish these dudes in the sport would move like that. You feel me? So shout out to the real niggas. Mac Banks, call your ass in. You feel me? When you do call me, I'll counter punch back in. And you still gonna listen to the show even
You
when I'm
may
on
feel
here.
like it's
So
your
pipe
time,
down.
but it's not your
Let me
time.
see if that Banks the same Banks. Cause we got a Banks on the show. Let me see. Yeah, that's Banks right there. Let me see. Banks, are you Mac Banks?
Nah, bro, that's not me.
Oh.
But say, this is what I will say. I appreciate the youngster calling out, whoever he was calling out though. But let me say this: the last time I called in, it was a Frank Martin and Stevenson topic.
And this is what Big Ness tell me. You the first person to call in that's going for Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You remember that, Ness. So right after that, I give my little 2 cents on it, and some nigga called in, and he stuck his chest so far out. He say it's gonna be a wash. He say he got 250 on it. Now I was finna ready to call back in, but I gotta give my nigga Facts props. Facts came right in and spoke the gospel exactly what I was saying. So I gotta give Facts props on that. He came through in the clutch. But let me speak for myself though. This nigga sitting on here talking about Frank gonna get washed. Well, in my book, a wash is like what 10-2. I need to go back and listen to that motherfucking goddamn shit again because, like Ness always say, you niggas be calling in, y'all be forgetting that y'all on tape. That this shit is on record. You niggas be forgetting that shit. So this nigga, I'm gonna go back and listen to that tape. I'm gonna find that nigga name, and he say it's gonna be a watch. Well, nigga, we can give Ness the 250 to hold each one of us, nigga, and I bet it ain't gonna be no 10-2, nigga, cause that's a watch in my book, 10-2. But anyway, let's get back to it. I'm glad that this shit is finally reached. They're gonna get in the ring, and everybody get to see the dog that Shakur say that he is. Everybody get to see, quote unquote, the people that's been goddamn me dodging him and not wanting to fight him. Well, everybody get to see what a motherfucker standing in front of him that's not scared of his ass, that's willing to bring it to his ass. And motherfuckers always want to call in. Everybody act like they are an aficionado on boxing and shit. These niggas be killing me with that bullshit. Everybody want to say, well, this is what you got to do. This how you do it. This how you do it. And if you don't say it in a way that another nigga is wanting you to say it, this nigga got an opinion on you about how on your boxing knowledge. Man, fuck these niggas, man. Fuck what these niggas out here talking about, man. You know what? You know, boxing is about two niggas getting in the ring, goddamn me, and selling that shit, man. These niggas be with these all technical ass, goddamn me, way they trying to say it. Let's just make this shit simple for goddamn me, the motherfuckers out there that ain't as knowledgeable. Let's make it shit real simple. Frank got the speed. Frank got the combination. Frank got the willpower that he's gonna step in this
You may
goddamn
feel like
ring
it's your
and
time,
he's gonna bring it to
but it's
Shakur
not your
like
time.
he ain't never had it brought to his ass before, and that's for sure.
Well, Banks, appreciate your call. They saying in the chat they believe you are Mac Banks.
You know what? I bet that Mac Banks nigga is sitting up there laughing at y'all ass. These some fraud ass niggas out here, man.
All right, Banks, appreciate you. Let me see. We're going to keep these phone lines moving. If you there, don't get out because you're going to take yourself out of line. Kermit, what up? What's this? This DMV,
Hey
right?
Ness,
What's this? Maryland?
yeah, hey Ness, it's DC really, but
Oh, DC. What
let
up,
me just
champ?
say this: I like Shakur, but Frank, man, Frank can fight, man. I don't know what people talking about. That Shakur gonna smash Frank. Frank can fight, man, and you see what the odds are. But I got a question for you, Ness.
Uh-huh.
The reason that most of the guys want to fight in Las Vegas is because of the tax thing, right?
Uh-huh. And you get to
And
say that you fought there, right? Like all big fights is here.
so wouldn't Frank make more money if he fought in Las Vegas instead of Madison Square Garden? Wouldn't he bring home more money?
Yeah, but it ain't up to Frank. It's top ranked. They the promoters. So it's wherever they feel is right. But their initial
Right.
intentions was always Vegas. They wanted to do it the Thursday before the big F1 weekend. It's supposed to be 500,000 people flying in.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was wondering about that. It seemed like most people would want to fight in Las Vegas instead of New York to bring home the paper. I mean, because the
I mean,
tax
some
is
people don't
terrible these
care,
days,
man.
man.
Some people don't care because, I mean, Shakur's fought in New York a lot. Berlanga fights in New York a lot. Like, you know.
Yeah, okay. All right. I like Shakur though, but I think it's gonna be a real close fight. I think it'll be like 7-5 or 8-4, something like that. 7-5. I think more like 7-5. Shakur. Thanks a lot, Ness. See
Thank
later.
you. I just set up a poll if anybody wants to actually vote and let us know who you think is going to win and how. Those options are right here on our YouTube poll at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where I hope you've already subscribed. We're going out to Trees. Did we not go to you? Did I leave you waiting?
No, you got me, G.
All right. We going to Profound Dreamer. What up?
Hey, what's up, Ness? What up, Ness? What's up, TVV? I just wanted to say, in the past I've been real critical of PBC, but I gotta say, shout out to Man Down Promotions, shout out to TGV, shout out to PBC, because I'm really proud of how they set Frank up for success going into the biggest fight of his career. He got a tune-up against a style matchup that sets him up perfectly for dealing with somebody like Shakur, and they actually gave him the freedom to go over there and work with Top Rank. So like, this is something that I never thought we would see from PBC. In the past I've called them out for being saying PBC stands for postponed boxing careers. So I'm gonna eat my crow on that. And it looked like they finally starting to make, correct the ship over there, right their wrongs, and they making the big fights happen. And I just want to say I'm really proud of them for that. And my bad for calling y'all postponed boxing careers, but it's what I do. I'm a fan. I pop my, I pop my what I pop. But yeah, man, I'm just excited to learn about Shakur because I haven't really watched none of his other fights. So I've been keeping up with Frank, and I'm aware of his ability to make adjustments mid-fight. And I think that's just like one of the things that make you special, like being able to work one game plan the first half of the fight and just being able to switch it up. And he got the power, so I'm really excited to see Shakur deal with somebody like that. And then we're gonna find out how real Shakur is, man. I feel like he didn't talk so much, and everybody done boosted him up as Shakur the next this, and he getting all this praise from top guys in the sport. And I ain't knocking it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I don't know, and I'm just excited to see him do his thing, man. But yeah, I'm glad I like how you got these midday or evening shows rocking, man. So you're doing your thing, baby. I'm gonna keep supporting, man.
Appreciate you, man. Remember, without y'all calling in, there's no show, man. We got Jamie, Toronto. What up?
Yo, my bad, sorry. Hello?
Yes, sir.
How's it going? No, I was just gonna say, my opinion is, Frank I feel like he has all the tools to do something special, but there's not many fighters like Shakur, right? But I believe that Frank can definitely make him feel uncomfortable because he's got the size, skill, speed, and I can't remember what that guy's name is. Shakur fought a while back. He was saying that he made him feel uncomfortable and that I think his name was like Jeremiah something.
Nakatilia.
You remember? You know who I'm talking about or no? What's his name?
Jeremiah Nakatilia. The guy that Murataya just knocked out in one round.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people criticize Shakur for that. Like his performance wasn't the greatest from what I remember. But I'm not saying Frank wins, but I feel like he can definitely put on a show for sure. If Shakur makes it easy, then obviously at that point I think he'll sweep anybody at the 135 division. But we'll see how it goes. You think if Frank loses, you think who would you want to see him fight next?
Giovanni Cabrera.
Yeah?
Yep. I like Cabrera. I think he should have got a better. I mean, it's hard to say he should have got the decision in the Pitbull fight, but I think he should have got the decision.
Yeah, I was gonna say Keyshawn Davis
Across the
if
street
he loses.
again. This was a potential purse bid situation. Like they had to deal with each other. So Keyshawn
Hmm.
don't gotta deal with Frank, especially off of a loss.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. And lastly, just before I leave, what where can I join the episode where you guys discuss certain picks for the upcoming fights? And I
Oh,
just want to know how to join that.
that's on our YouTube members, or you could become a Patreon at patreon.com/the boxing voice. So right here on YouTube members and become our member, and we do a betting show every Friday, 10:45 Pacific Standard Time.
You may
Okay,
feel
so
like
you
it's
guys
your time,
just go over
but it's
whatever
not
fights
your
are going
time.
on that weekend.
Yes, sir. We go over the fights going over that weekend, and we give out our specific picks. We implore you to listen to the show and not just pick our pick, right? Because, like, for instance, I gave all winners except for my one punk ass underdog who ruined my fucking parlay. So if you listened exactly to me, then you lost. But if you just listened to my strong recommend of Eubank winning, then you did good. I got who the fuck is this? Noble. No, Khaled. Right? Yes. Indiana. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yup.
I bet. Hey, man, Shakur Stevenson, bro, like he be kind of turning me off a little bit with all like the Twitter antics and that like weird shit he did with Devin and all that shit. It just kind of turned me off from that, like just all that silliness. I don't really be liking all that. I think he's a very skilled fighter, like he's a silver medalist and all that. I don't want to give him like that boogeyman title because I think that when we say guys didn't want to fight him, like at the time when like he was at 135, he didn't have a belt, and he was. I'm sure he was bringing some things to the table, but to me that seemed like a high risk, low reward type of fight. Like if we gonna fight Shakur based upon his ranking and based upon his skill set, we don't want to fight him for like a title, but just like a casual fight, I don't really see why like it should come in like a Pitbull Cruz or some of those other maybe higher ranked guys that like want to take the fight if it's not for a belt. Because if I lose, it's like,
I
what's
mean,
the point? But nonetheless,
Pitbull, and William Cepeda were both offered title fights versus Shakur, and eliminators. They didn't want
oh,
them.
word. Oh, all right, well, bet. All right, well, hey, I stand corrected then. But nonetheless, man, I think it's gonna be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just finna hand a Shakur Stevenson just to win based upon he's a highly skilled fighter. Because I think Frank Martin's a highly skilled fighter. I think he brings a lot of things to the table as far as speed, athleticism, quick strength, knockout power, and I think he's gonna pose some problems for Shakur Stevenson. What's the Brazilian dude who he fought? He fought some Brazilian
Conceição.
guy that was a little awkward, and he was touching him up a little bit. Of course, Shakur dominated the fight, but he not untouchable, bro. He not just this walking dude that's just God level shit. He's very good. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say great, very good. But let's just see how he do against Frank Martin. I don't want to pick yet. I'm gonna just wait till fight week. I'm gonna go back and watch some more fights. Then I'll do a previews and prediction. Then I'll give my take then. But I just want to slow down on all the Shakur hype, bro. I ain't jagging all that shit. I don't like all that silly shit, Twitter shit all the time, all that shit. But you can't fight, bro. Now you about to get in there with somebody who don't give a fuck. Be a dog. You gonna walk in the ring and say fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I'm Frank Martin. I'm with Earl. Yeah, you was a bud. I'm over here too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what up? So we'll see, bro. But yeah, that's my call, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna just slow down on all that Shakur hype. I just gotta see it, but Yeah, that's my call, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, champ. Yeah, this gonna be interesting because obviously this is
You may feel like it's your time, but
this is once again Team Spencer and Crawford, right? So it's like Derek James, you know, he's in another tough fight where, you know, he can get another loss um as a trainer. So, you know, he's gonna be motivated. Then Frank, he gonna be motivated because he know Earl just lost. And Shakur is obviously buddy buddy with Crawford. So he extra motivated, not only not to get the loss on his own record, but to get that win for the team. But Noble, what up? Noble, what up? 725. What's going on?
Oh shit! You want me? You want me?
I mean, shit.
Yo, you
Yeah.
hear me?
This Rob in Vegas. I'm sorry. I thought this was Noble in Vegas. My bad. Y'all got very similar numbers. What up, Rob?
Oh, okay. What's going down? What's going down? Good to hear from you, and that's what's up. Hey, I got Shakur. I'm working with Shakur on this
Yo,
one.
you
Yeah,
on
I
speaker or
definitely think
something?
this is
Cause
gonna
we
be in the
can't hear
wash.
you, champ. You ain't sounding too good.
Let me see.
That
Let me see.
speaker no bueno.
What about now?
Yes, way better.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got Shakur, man. It definitely ain't gonna be no wash though. Like, all right, Frank Martin, he coming to fight, man. Like you said, hell, Derek James camp, they gonna be looking real bad if they go down 0-2 this year, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's at the least it's gonna be a tough, close fight. I got Shakur edging it out, man. 7-5, 7-5. If he stop him though, that's a statement. I'm gonna say that. If he stop him, that's a statement for real. Cause I think Frank is good. He passed the eye test at least. Now we know like the competition as far as what he's faced so far, it's like iffy, but as far as his skills go, he looks the part. So you know what I'm saying. If Shakur could stop him, I think that's a statement. But other than that, I got Shakur winning it, edging it out 7-5 or something like that. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Once again, for anybody that wants to call in, the number to call 14255695241. Press one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, we also have Discord available for anybody who wants to call in long distance. And we have Twitter Spaces. We're going to J Will in Ohio. What up?
Yo, what's up?
What up?
Man, another good show, of course, Solo Dolo Ness, man. The yo, I've been watching boxing for a minute, man. I'm a lot older than most of the cats that be calling in, man. And the breakdowns be interesting, man. But um, I think I want to just kind of give y'all guys a little bit of knowledge, bro. When it comes down to breaking down fights, man, the first thing that really matters, man, is one, somebody who's better at timing or in distance. If somebody's the better boxer with the distance and the timing, which is almost one and the same, but not quite, then even if they don't have the same speed or the same power and all those other attributes, with their distance and their timing, they can always keep the other boxer off beat. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say this, man. I think Shakur is obviously the better master at the distance, as well as the timing. The dangerous part about that is he also got the speed. Um, so that really makes Shakur a hard person to beat. I really only think somebody like a Tank who also has good timing. Devin, guys like that. I think those are the only guys who are really going to give him a really good fight. I think Frank is going to hold him off initially for maybe the first 3 or 4 rounds, but once Shakur really gets him down, gets his distance down, and really break, I think Shakur really is going to kind of start piling on points. I don't think he's going to stop Frank, but I just think it's going to get, obviously a landslide in rounds after probably about round 4 or 5. Um, I think Frank Martin's a pretty good fighter, man. I think it's a lot for him right now. I think because he got started in boxing late in life. Shakur been doing this his whole life, Olympics and yada yada yada. So I just think Frank Martin's really got an uphill battle in front of him. But going forward, all you guys out there, man, it's about distance and timing first. Whoever the fastest, all that and all that other stuff don't really matter. I think Frank White's or Frank Martin's I said Frank White. Frank Martin's key to victory, man. He can't try to sit there and box for Shakur. He has to kind of, I don't want to say go in there like McDonough, but he has to really just kind of just throw a lot of punches at Shakur and just know that he's going to get touched coming in there, but he's going to have to just outwork Shakur and make it a fight. He can't box that dude. Other than that, man, um, yeah, Shakur's going to win, man. Um, but I see it being one of definitely his most competitive fight thus far. But it's really not saying much because his fights really ain't been that competitive. But that's my call.
All right, champ. All right. Appreciate you calling in. Let's see here. We got $2 super chat. Keep it moving. Come on, Ness. Stevenson by KO in the poll? Question mark emoji. Really? Question mark emoji. Uh, he got faced with tears of joy. Obviously, the uh police siren and 2 flame emojis. Yeah, I mean he stopped hearing. You acting like he don't get stoppages, man. But look, we only got 283 likes. We did an interview. We talking a good topic. Phone lines is lit. So even you guys out there that's waiting online, I need you to hit the thumbs up, man. We gonna slow things down because I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm out here working, man. With my thumbs up, that's free. That's free to do, like free. So yeah, man. Let's see here. Oliver, Cincinnati, what up?
Yo, what's good? How are you?
I'm good, but you don't sound clear. Check your Bluetooth or something.
Is this better?
Yes.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I just got on. What's the topic? Is it Frank Martin and Shakur?
Yes. Fight is done. They
Oh,
just have to announce the date and venue, but the 2 potential dates are November 16th in Vegas for the F1 weekend and December 9th.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited for that fight. I agree with one of the previous callers. I'm definitely a fan of Shakur in the ring, but his outside antics are a bit yeah, I'm not a fan of how he operates outside of the ring. But yeah, I think it's a good fight. I don't think Frank Martin's a pushover. I think it's going to be the toughest fight for both of them. So I'm curious to see how they're going to respond. And I know a lot of people are giving Frank Martin a hard time with his last fight, but the guy he fought was a bronze medalist. In addition to that, Shakur, even though his fights were more convincing, he's had fights where people didn't think that he looked that impressive, even though he won the fight. So if the Crawford Spence fight taught us anything, at the end of the day, they can look any kind of way against another opponent. What's most important is how they're going to look against one another. So yeah, I think I favor Shakur, but I think this is going to be a good fight. I'm excited. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, champ Oliver, appreciate it. Let's see where we at on these thumbs up. All right, we got about 20 more. Not what I was expecting, but in terms of our poll, let's see. I bet you the poll got way more fucking votes. Stevenson by KO's 20%. Stevenson by decision 60%. Martin by KO 8%. Martin by decision 12%. So not very many of you giving a shot to Martin. Brandon, Cincinnati, People's Champ. What up?
Yo, Ness, what's going on, my brother?
Chilling, chilling.
I like this fight, man. I like it a lot. This is like today's Zab Judah versus Floyd. You got Frank Martin, um, explosive southpaw, power in both hands, fast hands, those combinations. And you got Shakur Stevenson, masterful boxer, high level ring IQ, very fundamentally sound, doesn't make many mistakes, very calculated. So that's my opinion. I think this fight will look similar to Floyd Mayweather versus Ab Judah, where Frank Martin's explosion and hand speed will give Shakur some trouble, the first 3 or 4 rounds. But I think eventually Shakur will be able to find the range, start to dictate the pace, slow it down a little bit, and just outbox him, use that ring IQ, and outbox him. Piggybacking off what Jay Will said when he was talking about time and distance, I think what he was trying to say is Shakur is a master at dictating the range. He's always in range to hit you, but you never seem to be quite in range to hit him back. So he's a master at that dictating range, and that's what makes him so hard to hit. So I think he'll use that ability to dictate range, dictate the pace of the fight, uh, and, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be one-sided, but I see like an 8-4, 116 to 112 type victory for him. I'm just glad that they got the fight made at the end of the day. I'm glad PBC allowed this brother to cross the street. And that goes to show you, man, all that cross the street shit, when I think what happens is when PBC ain't got nothing for you on their side, they'll allow you to cross the street. But when they wasn't gonna let Eastside Cruz cross the street because they wanted to keep him in the tuck for a tank fight. So that just Frank, they ain't doing you no favors, brother. They pretty much saying you wasn't gonna get no tank fight, so we gonna let you bounce. That's all this is. I ain't gonna give them too much credit for that. Because if they had a big fight on the horizon for him on their side, they would not let him do it. You see, they ain't let Eastside Cruz cross the damn street, so I ain't giving him too much credit for that. But all in all, I'm glad he decided to cross the street and make this fight because this is a pretty big fight. You got two slick black guys. Um, I like that. It's always good when you see two slick black fighters in the ring. It's always a calculated chess match. Not like some of our other favorite fighters who go, to Taco Bell and just say any, meeny, miny, mo. And that's usually their next fucking opponent. So salute to these brothers for making this fight happen. Like I said, I got Shakur, 116,
You may
112,
feel
about
like it's your
8-4.
time, but it's not
That's
your
my
time.
man.
All right, all right. Let me see here. Nike Hendricks, what up?
Yo, shouts out to you, Ness.
What up with you?
Man, that last caller talking crazy, man. I don't know what he talking about, saying Frank getting thrown to the wolves. I mean, Frank in line for that title shot. He got no choice but to get thrown to the wolves. And also, it ain't even like he get thrown to the wolves, man. It's like, because it's basically like a test. He talking about he ain't getting the tank fight because if he win, then it's like, all right, we got somebody we can put in there with tank who can do good. Because if he beat Shakur, everybody gonna be like, oh, we shocked. And I'm telling you, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Shakur the way fucking Bud beat Errol. If that shit happened like that, and Frank on Errol's side, so team really, so he team the coach, what's his name again? Team James. So man, it's like, hey man, if he win that fight, I give him much love, but may the best man win. I really ain't got no pick. Shakur a hell of a fighter too. So we just gotta see what's gonna happen in that fight. Like it ain't even no pit. If anything in boxing should have taught you something, should be that Earl and Crawford fight. The way people was picking Earl to beat Crawford, saying he ain't have a chance, he too little, this, that, and the third. A lot of people was picking Crawford by split decision or, a majority decision. But at the end of the day, they gotta get in that ring, gotta see how it happened. That's my call.
All right. We still got a bunch of callers. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. We keeping these phone lines moving, looking like we got Lemmy in Chicago. What up?
Yo, Ness, what up, man? What up? How you doing?
All right.
Hey, man. First off, you had me on that call earlier today. I know, you couldn't control the situation, or you had that coach call, and whatever. So I want to just double back to that real quick. That conversation with Canelo talking about his resume and how I don't know. Canelo said something about his resume. I think he did, right? He said he's like, my resume is better, or you only fought one fighter, something like that. One good fighter, one great fighter, whatever. At the end of the day, man, I think that when it comes to Terrence Crawford, yeah, okay, so he's got one great fighter. He's actually got one amazing fighter in Errol Spence. But you got to admit, dude, he also dominated, like massively dominated everybody he fought to that point. And I don't care what you want to say about those guys. To be in boxing, that's a difficult sport. When you get to that level, especially, if you're getting dominated that bad, that says a lot about the opponent in front of you. So, and by the way, I also think he would have beat all the other guys in that division. I mean, you freaking had Danny Garcia. He would have dominated him too. He would have dominated freaking Thurman. He would have dominated Pacquiao. He would have dominated just about anybody you put in front of him, I would say. So that's my 2 cents on that. And I think it's all about hyping up the fight. That was that call. Back to this call. With the whole Shakur thing, it's gonna be a good fight. It's actually gonna be Shakur's most difficult fight, hands down. And I was kind of putting some notes down here. I was thinking, like his recent wins with Yoshino, Conceição, Valdez, freaking Herring. I mean, all those guys, I think Frank would have beat him. And when it comes to even Tank's most recent, Ryan Garcia, Rolly, Hector, Pitbull, Frank Garcia would have beat those guys. And I was thinking, when it comes to Devin Haney with Lomachenko, bro, I think that would have been Frank's toughest fight. And that's just a lot about Devin, too. I know it's not about Devin, but, I think he's actually fought the most difficult opponent of the three so far recently. So, but, yeah, dude, it's gonna be a good fight. And I'm actually not ruling out a knockout. I think that, a technical knockout. I think he could just cut him up real bad, just outperform him in such a way that that he could get that TKO on him. But yeah, he's actually stopped. You said he stopped Herring, but he's also stopped Yoshino, bro. That was his last fight. So I mean, he's got was it Yoshino's last fight? Yeah, it was. So he's got the ability, and I think that comparison that one of the callers made earlier to Zab Judah and Mayweather, that's like perfect right there, bro. Two masterclass boxers, amazing boxers, but one is just better. And I heard it 10 seconds. One is just better. So I think that's the situation with freaking Shakur, man. He's just a better boxer.
You
And
may feel like it's
down
your
the line,
time,
he'll end up winning.
but
That's
it's not
what I
your
got to
time.
say. Take care, bro.
All right. All right. Brand new caller in, what is this, Manhattan? Yeah, Brooklyn or Manhattan? 212. Who this?
You,
Yeah.
hello, goodness.
Okay.
Manhattan.
What's your name, champ?
Jeremy. First
Jeremy?
time. Jeremy.
Talk to me, champ.
How you doing, man?
I'm chilling. Happy to have you. De lo mío.
De lo mío, tranquilo aquí, chilling. About the last episode, Canelo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about resume. He can pick and choose whoever he fights. So his resume better be better than Bud's. But doesn't have that. He can't pick and choose who he fights. So Tank too. Tank can pick and choose whoever he fights. About this fight, great fight, love it. Make it happen. Vamos a verlo todo el mundo. That's it. Too many complaints. There's gonna be Errol Spence, but too. Either revenge for Team James o otra pela para esa gente. We're about to see. ¿Y dónde está Danny?
Oh man, he don't do afternoon shows. He in the gym. He in Top Rank right now. I dropped him off earlier.
Okay. Está chanceado. Nice. Well, have a good night, Ness.
All right, brother.
Keep up with
Appreciate
the
it,
great
man.
show.
De lo mío, stand up.
Oh, one last.
Espérate. Dale.
Shout out to the volleyball team, female volleyball team. They won the gold medal en una competencia de esa from the Dominican Republic. Let's go.
All right, brother.
Good night, my
Appreciate
brother.
it. Drizzo.
What's going on, man?
What up?
Man, listen, man, I don't know what y'all talking about, man. You better put some respect on Shakur's name, man. It's going to be 9-3 Shakur. It's going to be a calculated Floyd versus stiff-ass Berto. That's what it's going to be like. Frank Martin's a good fighter, but he's not fucking with Shakur, man. Shakur, man, he's the only fighter, or one of the only fighters out there that mastered the art of distance. So all this talking about Frank Martin gonna go in there and give it a real close fight, y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all about to lose y'all money. Y'all about to break y'all TVs afterwards, and y'all gonna be upset. Shakur gonna make it a classic Floyd versus Berto, without a doubt. I don't see Frank Martin doing anything with his Floyd. Not like how everybody's trying to think. Yeah, Frank got power. You know, he's sort of fast. Y'all trying to compare him to Zab Judah? I know Zab Judah. They don't even got the same type of style. Nigga is just a younger Berto. Shakur is just a younger Floyd. And you gonna go in there and do what Shakur always do. Make everything look ordinary. And that's what he's gonna do to Frank. It's gonna be a whitewash, 9-3. I give Frank 3 rounds. I give him 3 rounds. Might give him 4 just to be nice. And Shakur gonna go in there and dominate and do what he always do. He gonna put combinations together. Frank gonna be looking crazy. Gonna be looking at Derrick James like, what did I do? What did I do? And before you look up, look at the time, look at the round and shit, the fight is over. You gonna look, see he only won 3 rounds. And then everybody gonna talk about Shakur gotta fight this, Shakur gotta fight that. The only person I see giving Shakur a tough fight is Tank. That's the only fighter. That's the only fighter I think gives Shakur a real tough fight. Other than that, Shakur beat me. I don't know if he'll beat Tank, but he'll definitely beat Frank. For sure. And that's all I gotta say about that. All this other talk y'all talking about Frank gonna go in there and give it a tough fight and hurt Shakur and all this other shit like that, y'all niggas is tripping. I'm out.
All right,
That's
champ.
my call.
Appreciate you. Let's see here. Who's next on the line? Al in the Bay. What up?
Yo, what's up? Straight from the Bay Area. You know what it is, 925 out here. Man, I think this will be a good fight for both fighters, man. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be like a tough fight. I'm saying it's gonna be a good fight for both fighters. From Frank Martin, this is his Buster Douglas fight, you know. This is his, I can do this. Mentality. For Shakur, this is his, you know who I am, and put some respect on my name fight. You know, a lot of people ain't getting Frank Martin a shot, and I give him a punch a shot, all day long. you know. But if he come out and just embarrass Frank Martin, you know, because Frank Martin's not a pushover. If you seen Frank Martin fight, you know he knows he's not a pushover. He's coming straight forward. He fight just kind of like how Spence fight. He comes straight forward. He's gonna use his jab. You know, he's gonna use his hooks, and that's how he's gonna fight. You know, he's not gonna dance in the ring. You know, he's not gonna go left. He's not gonna go right. He's gonna go straight at you. You know, um, it used to be this saying back in the day, "Get off who you mad at." You know, meaning, it's gonna be in your face. So you better get off. You know, um, and if he slip up, he gonna catch one. So, but so I mean, Shakur got to be on his p's and q's. I'm not saying it's going to be a close fight. I think Shakur can dominate this fight from the distance, using his angles, using his defense. I think he can dominate this fight. But he better not slip up like a Mike Tyson, or it's going to be over. You feel me? So that's just how I feel about it. I think it's a good fight for both. I think it's the right time. I think Frank Martin is catching some fire, with his fans. And I think Shakur is at that point where, people think he's untouchable, until he get touched. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to watch this fight. I'm going to tell a lot of people to watch this fight. And that's what we're going to do. Yep. So that's my
All
call,
right.
man.
Appreciate you,
Huh?
champ. No, I said, all right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. This looks like.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
We did it. We got there, everybody. Let me double check here. Discord, we got Coach Bob. What up?
How you doing?
All right.
As I close out the night, I like Frank Martin. He's a good fighter. My dad used to tell me good ain't good enough.
Mm.
When you going against a great fighter, if Frank Martin could beat 90% of the lightweights out there, but Shakur's in that 10% he can't beat. So I think honestly it's gonna be like 10-2. The better the fighter, the better Shakur fight is gonna fight. He's just like what a great fighter. As the competition goes up, they show more. He's gonna show more and he's gonna take Frank Martin out. No disrespect to Frank Martin. Frank Martin's a very good fighter, but good can't deal with great. So I don't see it as gonna be a hard fight at all. I see he whitewashed the boy. But Frank Martin, after all them other guys move up, Frank Martin might be a champ at 135. A bunch of them guys gonna move up to 140. He gonna be one of them guys that hangs around and he probably win a championship eventually, in his career. But Frank can't beat none of the big ones. Tank, Shakur, Devin, he can't beat any of them guys. He's just not on that level. But there's nothing wrong with that. So I didn't hear early. Who'd you pick for this fight?
Shakur.
Yeah. So but it's the right fight to make. Both companies, it's the right fight for both of them to make for their man. It's for a title. Give Frank Martin his chance. I ain't mad at PBC. Give the man his chance. Get in there. And if he win, he make a name for himself. So it's a good deal. Um, what do you think as far as the undercard? The undercard going to be nothing, or they going to put something on there?
It's gonna be a lot of top ranked fighters. This is a top rank only card.
All the young guys, they're going to put all the young guys on there?
I would assume, yeah, Keyshawn probably get on undercard. Actually,
Okay.
not Keyshawn.
So
Not Keyshawn because he fighting on a 14th of
now,
October.
with all these fights happening, this is why I want to. Devin's still trying to fight, but you got all these other fights going on pay per view. How everybody going to be on pay per view?
What fight exactly is on pay per view? This is not.
No, I know this one's not. You talking about Devin was trying to fight on pay per view. They talking about having the rematch with with the Arrow and Bud pay per view. You talking about having what's Boo Boo? Isn't that supposed to be on pay per view? How do all these fights gonna be on pay per view before the end of the year?
I mean, that's you're gonna have to pay for what you want.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's
So
not
I
your
know my
time.
time. So you think they're gonna have two pay per views in the same month?
Nah, I don't think I've ever seen that, but we might have though.
Okay. All right. You have a good night.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember it, but I feel like maybe who knows this year. I mean, last year we had so many pay per views. I'm pretty sure we came close to $1,000 in that last year. So, and that's if you bought every pay per view, and that's us counting every pay per view. You know what I mean? Not no Fight TV pay per views though, like real pay per views. So yeah, man. It's a fucking expensive sport to be a fan of. Matt Bent, 100. Been a member for 33 months. Salute to you. Three more. You got 3 years at that contender level. Daily dose of Tanquil. Frank Martin has the skills and the talent to make Shakur cry. He hates to lose. It's a very good fight. Matt Bent right back at us. This time $5 super chat. Daily dose of Tanquil. Shakur and Frank, good fighters. None great. Didn't do nothing great. 50-50 fight. Mm. And that looks like we got to everybody on Discord, everybody on Twitter, and everybody on our landline. So till the next one, Arrivederci, Nes GTO. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., right back at you. Peace.